Hey everybody, hope you can hear me well. Let me know in the chat below. Nice to see you all. Hanging out. I was kind of late to the game. There was something else we were going to do tonight, but maybe it'll be tomorrow night or whenever. Figure something out. But it's good to see you, Hermit. Hey, buddy. So I have a couple binders here, and I've been getting some cards together, and I figured it'd just be a night of hanging out, looking through some cards, making some decisions, tough decisions, hard decisions, sentimental decisions, but decisions nonetheless, to kind of look at some things, go through the collection. I'm trimming down aggressively. Tuesday, it's going to be a Tuesday. Hey, man, I haven't spoken to you forever, True Blue. If you want to come on, let me know, man. Hermit, Dre, anybody wants to jump on, tell me to send you the link wherever and you can come hang out. But I'm just going to chill here for probably like an hour and a half. Will there be a Magic the Gathering Marvel card unboxing video soon? I was not able to get one. So I did not do that. So I do not have one. Unfortunately, I do not have a Secret Layers. Awesome goodness. I can show you what I've seen in Spidey's Discord, which are very cool. Hey, what's up, buddy? Donald. Hey, Shower King. What's up, man? How you been? So good to see you guys out here. Yeah, man. No, I'm just hanging out, looking through some cards. Yeah, I totally get it, Hermit. I was just doing the same thing. In an hour, I'll have to hop off and hang out with Emily as well. But yeah, a little bit of a Friday night, hanging out, kind of quiet over here. So just going to look through some cards. I've been making some decisions lately on... Hey, what's up, man? How are you? So good to see all you guys here. This is awesome. Just gonna go through some cards. I got some binders I can show you as I go through them. I'm basically trying to figure out now a little bit of kind of just trimming the fat a bit because I kind of have to. Some things have been going on over here, so I have to kind of move some stuff and reassess some decisions that have been kind of, in the background. And I wanted to talk about kind of what the topic of the video is, which is pretty facetious, isn't it? When can we go back to collecting? And I don't know. A lot of things are going on. A lot of things are coming out. The pace is kind of breakneck. And I feel like a lot of people are starting to get their footings. Oh, shoot. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that's true. Funny though, because I've been going through my newly slimmed down track. I mean, I'm telling you, man, it feels like it's just the vibe. So I figured it'd be a nice way of just kind of hanging out and trimming the fat. And I don't know. I was just talking to Fuller. Hopefully Fuller can jump on. I kind of gave people last minute. I do things at last minute because it just feels more natural sometimes. Sometimes I dread just having to come on and then things happen and I can't make it. So I always enjoy just being able to pop on and hang out. Hey, it's a global. What's up, man? Everyone's out here. Thank you, guys. I'll make this interesting. I promise. I'll show some cards. We'll make it fun. We'll do some stuff. I wish I could get my phone to work again, the way it had before, so you can actually see some things. So that would be cool. But I'll bring some cards up. But yeah, let's start from the beginning. So, hey, Jeremiah, what's up, my friend? Hey, buddy. Now I'm going to try to do some more videos here. I know I haven't been on lately. Things have been kind of rough in the neck of my woods, but I am happy to be with you now here because I missed you guys. And I think it's funny, I'm going through the collection and kind of deciding what I want to buy and what I kind of want to stop buying, and tired of the feeling of having to keep caught up. And the thing I keep getting sad about is like not being able to hang out as much, which I'm still going to be hanging out, but man, it is hard to hang out with people and like talk about cards and not want to buy cards. It is really tough. I feel like I collect characters outside of Surfer. I collect certain Surfer cards, and it's really because I get caught up in the moment of just, excitement. Um, and, with everything happening now, I'm kind of like, well, I feel like I've matured enough to look at the collection and not feel like I have to have everything. So I'm starting to look at the collection and be like, man, what do I really, you know what I mean? What's that thing that really makes me happy? Where like, it's funny. I look at the 94 hologram for Marvel Universe Silver Surfer, which I can pull up here. So I'm just talking at a screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And it's funny. There are certain cards, and you've seen it in my logo, and it's in my logo for a big reason. Like it's one of those cards, and I'm sure you guys can see the different colors I have and all that kind of good stuff. And it's funny. It's a little strange, but in some way, there's only certain cards in my collection. I've talked about this with Doom, or don't even, worry about it now. But I've spoken to him about this, and honestly, like, let's see, yeah. So like this card here, this card like always, 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 always brings me back. It's the card that I don't know. You're like it's this weird, indescribable feeling of just feeling like, hey, I got this card back. I have this card back in my hand, and it's taking me to a whole new other place that I didn't think I'd be in. You know what I mean? And and there's Don. Sorry, Don, talking without you, good buddy. Hey, buddy. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I just love that feeling that I had with these originally, and it's kind of like looking through the collection, and I've been building a master collection for a long time now, and I've stopped at certain years, and I've kind of really got burnt out in 2016, and looking at the collection now, and I'm just thinking of like, well, what's the like real meat of it? What's the thing I hold in my hand, and then suddenly I'm there, and I'm kind of ready, and I feel safe enough now in the amount of cards I've been able to collect and find the history of, where I'm like, you know what, I just like this thing. You know what I mean? This is the thing I like, and this is the thing that transports me back. I'm not selling the collection by any means, but I'm going to trim it heavily, to be honest with you. I don't know. It's been on my mind lately, and everything that's been going on has really kind of made me start to really just think about it. How you been, Don?
Doing good. Getting ready for a hockey game tonight, but they had to postpone it because the arena lost power.
Oh, wow.
It's just a college hockey game.
Oh, okay.
So we got another hour to go.
Oh, okay. How you been holding up? What's new in your world of collecting?
I've kind of been off the forums and the social for the past couple months just because I kind of needed a break. It kind of got away from what I liked and what I enjoyed, and just got tired of it. So I did my step back that I normally do every now and then, and especially I just saw the new MM92 other release post today. I'm like, there's a couple cool strange cards out there that I will eventually pick up on eBay, but that box that I showed you the other day, I didn't realize I pre-ordered that when I got it in, but I hadn't really purchased a whole lot the past couple months just because it kind of got back in that groove where I really wasn't enjoying it a whole lot. So, or especially the social media side. So I just kind of, I keep watching the forums and stuff, but I haven't really posted a whole lot.
I think that's healthy, though. I feel like with all the stuff that's going on with me, which I'm being vague because I can't talk about it yet, viewers, just so you guys know, friends, really, because there's 50 people here and I know them all. But yeah, I can't talk about it yet. But honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to not having to feel like I have to be always up to date in some way. You know what I mean? It's true though. Like in a weird, stupid way. It's a stupid thing, but it was kind of part of it, and I felt very compelled by it and compelled by things in the hobby, and I'm just not. And I think most people agree with me or similar to me in some way who really collect this and get that feeling I was describing earlier. I don't know.
Ah. Fausto died.
Yeah,
Hey, Dre, what's up?
hey, buddy. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Sorry, I lost me there for a minute. How's my connection coming in?
It's good now.
Okay. Sorry about that, gang. Um, yeah, I think there's a storm coming or something happening. Tell us how you feel without telling us how you feel. Don's running this show now, folks. I love it.
Well, I had time because I stopped, pounding the cards. I got time to get back to building my built-in. So I've got those 2 drawers are out in the garage getting glued and screwed right now. And then the cupboard faces and stuff next week will all get put on. And then once that's done, I can actually finish putting the tops down on the ones that aren't there. That's the tops that'll match the hardwood floors. And then I can start building the bookcases and the display cases. It'll go the whole 9 foot of the ceilings.
Oh, you put the cut in there for the windowsill. Freaking genius. That's smart.
Yeah, well, basically the whole room is, including my desk, is all, I redid it in hickory, and it's all going to match, and it's going to be all built in. So I can eventually get the rest of my collection out of boxes. Since we moved, it's been a year. I had to break out a couple of the big statues just because I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm in box hell right now, as you can see, and trying to slowly get to the space where I don't have things in boxes anymore, because that's part of it.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to break stuff out because with the construction, I didn't want to get stuff dusty and stuff like that. So it'll be another 4 months, and it should be sitting pretty good, and I'll be able to get everything out.
Yeah, because you're building stuff. I'm just moving stuff around. You're actually like making things. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's cool.
All custom.
All custom, baby. I love it. That's good shit. That's what I like to hear. I love that stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do anything like that. I should build something into the closet, but I'm just not that handy. That's the one you pulled.
Yeah, that's probably the best sketch I've ever. I only have ever pulled a few sketches, but that's probably the best one I pulled out of that bar at all ever.
It's actually really nice.
I don't recognize that Tyler Luraz. I'm not sure who that is.
When Matt comes on, we'll know.
Is that an N or a?
Looks like an N.
Tyler Lenz, but it's really good. That's.
I like
a little bit of a background spatter.
Good shading.
Yeah, I like it.
I like the expression too. A couple of Cyclops fans out there now.
And then that set also has got it's got some really cool lenticulars in it too.
You were telling me.
You showed me this on the screen, but
looks good though.
But Strange was in that a lot, but he's mentioned on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards out of that box I pulled had either Strange named on the back or somewhere in the pictures.
Yeah, it's pretty serious. It's definitely going to be a thing I have to come back to at a later date for sure, just to get some of the one examples. That's actually really good Strange. I hate the surfer they did.
So the artist on this one, the comic book, it's comic book art, obviously, but he's one of my top 5 Doctor Strange artists of all time. And he did 90s, cool. did a lot of work in the 90s on the Doctor Strange runs. And I love his art. He's one of the few out of my top artists that I actually don't have a custom original art from or a original comic book page. So I still gotta get something from him. But yeah, no, it's a comic book set, but it's the I don't know what these are, the canvas cards or whatever. They got a cool feel to them.
They're nice. They look good to me. Like, in all seriousness, I think they look nice. I don't think the set looks bad at all. I'm paused on collecting anything but like sketch cards and comic cuts for right now. I'm on pause for a little bit in terms of spending money, but I think it's sick, to be honest with you.
I'm pretty sure since I pre-ordered it, it was a cheap box too. Was it? It had.
Yeah, it wasn't expensive.
I'm almost positive it was pretty.
It wasn't expensive. I got wind of someone pulling something kind of crazy from a box they got. I can't say because there's a video incoming, but that's going to be hella fun to see what's going on there. So that'd be cool. I can't wait for that. That's going to be really fun, actually.
Oh, there it is. My room is
So
echoing.
good. That's okay. So good to see all of you guys.
Yeah, and then that's that. Do you know who did this? You know who did that surfer?
I don't think that's not Lim. It's Terry, not Terry. I don't know who did that. It's not Lim or Terry. I'm trying to remember. Is it not George Perez? Who is it?
I got my Infinity #1 cover signed by him the year before he died at one of the conventions. So I got a picture
No
of me
shit.
and him and that beautiful cover with the rays coming out and kind of like that, but the black one that's got the
Yeah. I have it.
Yeah.
I have a poster that's signed by he who passed away, Lim, and Starlin.
Yeah.
So I have the 3 on there, but I don't know if that's Lim. Maybe that is Lim, and I'm just confusing it. It doesn't have certain trademarks of Lim, but it does and it doesn't.
Yeah, the Infinity Gauntlet, that was kind of one of the first big mini or events, Marvel events, and it was
events.
Still, in my opinion, one of the best ones they've ever done.
It's fantastic.
And then George Perez art and stuff like that was really killer.
I mean, it was great. The story is really fun. It was cool to see how all the characters intersected. I actually got this comic cut actually, that I'm so excited about. I'll show it here. But I do have this, which is really sick, man. Where Surfer falls through and Strange is there.
Nice.
Our 2 characters colliding, which is pretty fun. But
Very
yeah,
cool.
It's a beautiful cut. I love it. It's the Infinity Gauntlet 1. And if I'm not mistaken, Infinity Gauntlet 1 comic cuts. Let me look at my phone. So I made an app, which I might have a tutorial on how to teach people how to do this for themselves. But I did make an app that kind of tells me all the things that I would want to know. So like if I type Infinity Gauntlet, it will tell me when was the first time the Infinity Gauntlet was used in a comic cut or a card itself. And it was 2020 Marvel 80th, and then ages, and then beginnings. But so it's been used 4 times, and it's one of the very few comics that have been used 4 times, honestly. I think there's only like 10. But yeah, it's a really cool cut. It's really great. And it is a huge moment. And I love the set. The set did a good job. A lot of things are good. There are little mistakes here and there. Surfer in the Gems is not Surfer, it's Kronos. Little things like that.
I'm gonna hop off the cans real quick.
What a big boo-boo. But still fun though. Still fun. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I love it a lot. I'm really happy about that. I'm really grateful. The person sold it to me. It means a lot to me. I'm loving this binders. So having that is really cool. But going through this, trying to make then some editing decisions. What else? But yeah, I am doing that, which is pretty cool. So just gonna go through this binder here with you guys and talk. So tell me, what else is going on with you guys in the chat? Anything else fun and exciting? Just about to jump ship for Sagittarius. What's happening here? Oh, something going. Hey, Ash, what's up, man? If you want to jump on, Ash, let me know. Is Spidey? Did I cross the streams with somebody else? Is Spidey doing something? I hope not. Shit. I keep doing this to people. Did I mess up? My spontaneity is crashing with other people's streams. I hope I didn't do that. Yep, I did. Oh, no, it's a video. It's a video. Okay. First look, Infinity Trinity. That's cool. Oh, that's fun. Okay. No, I posted a record. Okay, thank God. I messed up and unfortunately went on the same time and overlapped with Last Pack Magic, which I'm really upset about. So I'm glad I didn't do it again. Fausta, as you middle down your collection, what things do you help decide you what to keep and what you don't? Thank you. Great question. And I'm excited to have Don here because Don's a great curator himself. So it'd be really fun. So at this point, Um, at this point, I'm using the stupid approach of like what brings me joy instead of I'm tired of my collection feeling like it's forcing me to collect. And I'm kind of really I've hit my max on that. And I feel like it's kind of taken over my sense of enjoying what I'm having. And I'm usually pretty good at this, but with the prices and everything that's been going on, I can't I just don't want to participate the same way I have been. And in order not to participate the same way I have been, I have to make cuts that I can never come back to again because getting rid of certain cards will always inform how I collect in the future. Having certain cards is keeping me collecting in the way that I don't feel comfortable collecting anymore. Um, Don does it really smart, and I've had people tell me how to do this in the past, and I've always been kind of obsessed and gone really hard at this because I am so focused, and this was my only kind of hobby and still is. And I've been collecting Marvel cards for a long time, but that's kind of what I'm doing now. Basically, I'm trying to figure out what is things I can move that will move me out of having to have every single card. Like right now, I'm about to make the post. I'm going to post up the MM16 buyback auto out of 15 by Joe Jesco. I'm going to get rid of that. Someone else can enjoy that card. That card's impossible to find. It's a big card. And I hit up a few friends, just yes, as a favor, because I know they were looking for one. So I'm going to give them a shot before I post it in that Marvel card group. I'm not in MCCW MMC, otherwise I would post it there, but I'm not posting it there. So it's either on my Instagram or Facebook or Spidey Hits Discord, which I'm a really big fan of. So things like that, I'm just like, well, when I get rid of that card, I will no longer be interested in getting like the SSA because I don't want to overpay for that card in any sense because it's just been a card that's been miserable at all, and it makes no sense to me to collect that card. Because I have the what if, and I'm happy with that. And it's kind of like this weird thing in my head where I'm like, I have the card I like from the set. My favorite is the what if signed. You know what I mean? It's not anything else. Why am I holding on to the buyback when I have the original buyback from Dynamic Forces that was signed in the 90? It's weird. It's a great thing to say. I want you to say stuff like that all the time. Buybacks are weird, right? Because I get them from a collector standpoint. They're the rarer version of X, and they have a harder way. I know. See, that's what I'm trying to be done with. I don't want this anymore. Take it out of my head, Don. Please remove it.
But with saying that, I do have them all. Doctor Strange ones. But that's one of the things that aggravated me for the inserts. It's like I've got the original card from the original set. Why am I paying this stupid money just because they grabbed a couple and threw them into a set, but because they only put 15 of them or 20 of them in the set, it's a big money card. And that always killed me because I've got the original card that is worth 10 cents. Now you got to do the buyback in another set, which is literally the exact same card from the same year. And you're paying much bigger money than 10 cents or $1 or $4.
And, in some way things are coming down in price now, which makes me so excited for everybody, including myself. And it's not the best time to sell. Everyone's selling a lot of pieces, but it's not the best time to sell. But truthfully, I got a lot of this stuff when it was a little bit cheaper. So selling now is not hurting me. Not like it ever hurts me because I don't really sell in that way. Not really, not surfer things. Usually I try to hit up my surfer friends who, you know what I mean? Like I try to pass it to the next person because I just think that's nicer to do. And I always cut better deals on that end if it means something to someone. But yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to get away from. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't like, I've always loved sketch cards. I love the surfer cards that I love. And I like comic cuts, and I'm just like, do I really need to feel so beholden and so constricted by my collection? You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know.
That's like when that stuff kind of doubles up or crosses genres too, because it's like the comic cuts. The comic cuts are cool when they're done right, but they've made so many shitty choices when it comes to where they punch that page out. But when it's done well, they're really cool. But that's another one I have a hard time with, because I've got every one of the original comics that would have a Doctor, the Doctor Strange would be a cut in a trading card setting.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what's more valuable to me, the original comic book, and it's like they did, I can't remember what set it was a couple of years ago, but they did comic cuts. They did Strange Tales. They did Strange Tales 110, which is Doctor Strange's first appearance, and they cut some pages from the sci-fi story that's in that book, because in Strange Tales it was multiple stories.
Yeah.
And they made that as their insert they did a couple Stranges too, but I'm like, oh God, who's gonna want Paste Pot Pete or whatever in the thing, but it's cool to have the little thing. And it's like I love the sketch cards. It's like, Dre I've watched for a few years now, back when he was just kind of trying to get some time to do more sketches, and his stuff has just gone off the wall. The stuff he's doing that I'm seeing him share today is just killer stuff. But in the grand scheme of things, I can, for the bigger named artists that do the sketch cards, I can spend that money and get a 11x17 or a full color oil on board from a comic book artist or somebody else that I like just as much for the same amount of money. So to me, a lot of times, just getting a little tiny card, and these people that are spending thousands of dollars for something like that, when I can spend a fraction of that and get a beautiful bigger thing that I can put on my wall. But I do have the space to display that type of stuff. A lot of people don't, and that's the cool thing about sketch cards, is anybody can put them out on a shelf or put a couple cards up and have the chance to display it. But I always have that thing where I've got to, because I do everything from sandwich bags to lingerie, I've got to figure out where that money is going to be more effective to me. And when stuff's reproduced on a trading card for those inserts, it's really hard to chase some of those inserts. It's like, I can put that money to better use somewhere else, because I'd much rather have a cool statue sitting out on the shelf than, another card buried in a binder, but that's kind of how I make some of those choices, because I have to, that amount of money I spend, which is quite a bit throughout the year, has to cover comic books, original art, posters, everything that comes out. So
I think it's funny. I've had this conversation with Spidey in the past. Funny enough, I call it the scale, right? The tier system of things. Like when I was collecting Surfer, like Don was collecting Doctor Strange, comic books, posters, thermostats, hats from Universal Studios, all this kind of stuff, and pens, right? I have the Silver Surfer pen. Remember, they did all the 90s stuff with pens and watches. I have all of that still, but I sold a lot of it to become a master collector of the cards, because I really wanted it to be my main focus. I realized, for me, funny enough, I love comic book art pages. I wish I was a player in that world. I really do. But I got to be honest, at times I'm still just as happy with a sketch card than I am with a page. And I think when I say we can go back to collecting, and Spidey put up a great little question there, did you guys define collecting to start the stream? Because Spidey's a more professional person than I am. So I'm going to define it now, 28 minutes in, to give you guys context to what this kind of title is. Calliope's going crazy. Come here, baby. She's like whining for her mom. Come here, honey. So to define collecting, what I mean by this, and the reason why I put this out there, and I hope people understand by now, especially people watching my stream, when I make content, it is not in relationship to other people's content. So I hope that's always on the table, because the truth is I just don't care at all. I'm happy when people make their content. I'm happy to watch it, but I don't give anything when it comes to what it means to me, because I'm very rigid in my ways of collecting, and I'm always going to do it the way I want to do it, not based on what someone else says. So for me, when I say collecting, I don't feel like collecting when you really collect something. You know what I mean? When you really collect something, you learn the history of it as you collect. That's a big part of collecting in my mind. And when it starts going from collecting, because I'm learning about the history, the artist, the art, especially with cards, with all the information you get, when it starts becoming where I'm ticking it off a box and I'm trying to make sure X is fitting into Y and everything's correct here, and I have all of these, especially with the amount of parallels in cards, being a focused collector in cards has to be different for me instead of just fulfilling every X. At least now. It used to be doing that. I did that all the time. And there are still people doing that now who are gods walking amongst men and women. And for me, I am just more looking at this now, and I'm kind of feeling a little, kind of burnt. I'm like really burnt, and this whole thing is taking me away from enjoying this. And that's a big component of why I'm doing this, why I'm trimming down this collection, why I'm looking at it. Like, this is fun for me. Buying the couple of dollar cards, like finding this phone book card, right? This is an Italian phone book card that connects to Hulk of Surfer that I had to learn about. I had to learn how to write Surfer's name in Italian. I had to learn about the company. I had to do all this stuff to find this card. That for me was collecting.
Yep.
And that's what I want to go back to. For me, I want to get back to that place where I'm learning about these things, not just fulfilling. And I'll always go back to fulfilling. If something gets cheap enough again and I spot it, like Don says, I'm going to pick it up. I'm not, there's no bullshit here. I'll pick it up, but I kind of want to get back to this. You know what I mean?
It's kind of how I sometimes I'll differentiate collecting from shopping, because collecting, my heyday of collecting was pre-internet, meaning you had to write people letters, you had to converse and call people in Europe and to find your stuff, and that's really where the research really was the fun for me, was the fun stuff, because it made your stuff easier. Once eBay came out, boy, stuff that would sell for hundreds of dollars was now worth $5 because people didn't realize how much of it was out in the world and stuff like that once it hit a platform as easy to use as eBay and that. So now, a lot of the collecting I do, I consider shopping for a lot of it, because it's just literally, boop, do my eBay search for the day, see what's out there, grab it, snatch it. There's not a whole lot. And considering most of my research was done years ago, for the Doctor Strange stuff. But when it comes to research and collecting, there's not as much of that, at least for me these days, because I consider it more shopping, because you're really not searching. You're hitting a few websites and that's it. You're not posting on comic book fanzines, and renting space or advertising, looking for this or looking for that, or buying stuff out of fanzines. So it's a much different way to collect. And I personally, and I'm an older dude, you can tell by the gray hair, that I kind of preferred the older method. Yes, it's much easier nowadays and stuff like that. But when it comes to like what you're talking about in the research, yeah, it's cool to find that stuff, like the pusher cards and the phone cards and some of that stuff. It is really cool. And then when you do see something referenced, then I'll take and do the research to find out if it's legitimate or not. Like when I was talking about those pusher cards last year, I found the machines that were made for them and, stuff like that. So that's the research I do these days for a lot of that stuff, because all my vintage stuff, I've kind of done all that. So it's more like, okay, is this just something some nitwit printed out? And it's because there's so many. Even in the last year, there's so many fake things out there. You'll see vintage signs of Marvel signs. If you see a vintage metal Marvel sign, I'm 99% sure you're getting screwed, because it is not vintage, because they only made a couple things ever back in the 60s and 70s that had anything to do with Marvel, and everything else are just repops people are making and aging. So it's just, and I piss people off on eBay all the time, because I'll send them a message like, are you sure that's what this is? Because I'm pretty sure whatever, and you never hear back from them, or somebody will send you a heated email like, what's your business? I'm like, well,
research.
People off.
Yeah, I know.
You put vintage on here. It's vintage-esque. It looks vintage, but it's not.
It's not vintage. Or like I always the listings where like super rare and like $500, and it's like 1990 Marvel Universe Silver Surfer base card, and I'm like,
claws out. Hobby Lobby is a great place to find some of that stuff. I've got several things from Hobby Lobby.
That's pretty funny. That's actually really great, Don, and I do that too. I personally knew I would get out of hand if I started buying everything Spider-Gwen, so I only focus on sketch cards for Gwen. See, Blake, I think I felt really good when I collected Mando, because I did that, right? I really understood how to make that a micro collection for me. And I sold some of it because of this thing that happened, and I still have like 2 or 3 pieces that I'm really happy to own. But that's kind of what happened there for me too. I was like, I know I'm going to go into this, and if I allow myself to go crazy, I will. And I've gone crazy with the surfer thing. And now I'm looking at the surfer thing and I'm like, okay, obviously most of it is staying, obviously. But like, do I need X? You know what I mean? Do I need Z or whatever the case may be? I'm starting to just have these questions more often. And, I'm kind of looking for the answers now.
I don't have any of my lingerie within arm's reach, Dre, but I can send you some pics. But
everyone
like
else, I better be on that chat.
When you're talking like vintage stuff, like some of the cool stuff, they came out with these rings that were sent out or were used as fair prizes and gumball rings.
Oh.
And when you actually do the research on the Doctor Stranges, there's four different ones with how they class them down. They were all cheap things, made in China or whatever, but they made a version of a hat pin, a regular pin, and then rings. And then once you get to look at it, it's like, well, hell, ended up finding the store display from 70, whatever year it is. 77, the actual store, a complete store display. And then you find out that these were so generic, they actually came in several different boxes. So even though this says fashion rings and it's got, the girls on it or whatever, it's actually Marvel rings. And that's how it was actually packaged from the manufacturer.
That's amazing.
Back in the 60s and 70s, there was a lot of general packaging that they just kind of reuse. If you look at some of the Ben Cooper Halloween costumes from the 70s and stuff like that, there's different boxes and stuff just because of, the year and that where some of them were more generic than others, just depending on what year that particular costume came out. So that's the kind of cool thing to research. It's like the Ben Cooper costumes.
That's amazing.
There's 3 different Stranges. So it's just that's the research is like, oh crap, there's another version of this I didn't know about. And then trying to figure out, okay, is that something I can get, or then again, is it going to be something in my price range, or do I put it on my grail list where I'll keep an eye out for it, and maybe one day one will hit at a price that I can actually do. So
yeah. Wow. That's really freaking cool. I had no idea about the general packaging. That's really fascinating. I actually found the action figure for the Marvel Adventure game in the 70s, which I didn't know about for the longest time. The little standee thing. I'll see if I can find mine. But
well, they made there are several of them there. There's a standee.
Yes.
Strange has got a standee for the Marvel play set, the old cardboard play set.
That's the one I have. Yeah.
One of my friends actually has a mint steel sealed box of that set, and they're impossible to find. And he's got one that's never been opened. It's crazy.
Wow. That's really hard to do.
Stuff like this, which were gumball stickers, an original unpeeled set from 66. When you can find, it's like, okay, well, they made these gumball stickers. Let me wait until I can find and get an actual complete roll that hasn't been peeled or there's any stickers missing and stuff like that. So that's the fun research for me.
That's so cool.
Is when you find out about something, it's like, oh crap, is that how it originally was packaged? Is that how it's originally?
Yes.
Because I like the packaging and the pre-production stuff, and I like buying the pre-production workup stuff for it.
Yeah, I found these roll of stickers, which I have tons of, so I should just be sending them out to people. But it's a roll of stickers that they were going to put on Slurpee cups or like movie cups, and they're lenticulars, and it's just a roll that I found on eBay. And I don't think they ever came to market, but the company made them, and it's a really cool thing. I'll have to get it and show it. But
I love
it. It's awesome. I actually my favorite vintage thing I ever got was the gum wrapper for Surfer that Topps made. It was the first thing Topps made with Marvel superheroes. It was the gum wrappers, the gum stuff, and I found the original art for Surfer, which is one of my favorite things I have in the collection. Super vintage, probably done by a staffer. You know what I mean? Some of them were done by big leagues, but it's just a very cool piece.
I love that. So here's gum. Here's a Marvel gum.
There you go.
And then here's another version of the Marvel gum.
That's the one I have. So that's the one right there.
And here is for this version of the stickers. I've got there three rolls of the actual uncut wrappers.
Yep, that's right. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yep.
I have the surfer one. Wow.
It's I like finding that stuff where it's
I love it.
Pre-production stuff. And then
I think it's great.
These guys turn into these.
Those are the best. And they all have Doctor Strange on them.
On the bottom. Yeah, I got a complete set. I got every one of them. Yeah. Just because he's at the bottom, which is stupid, but
it's great. I like his like fortune teller kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's cool as hell. I think it's awesome. I think it's great.
And then you got the upgrade where you got the Ben Cooper jigglers, which are the scariest, most disturbing things ever. And then you get one because it's the only one you could find or afford at the time. Then eventually you upgrade and you find one that has the original string and the original tag intact. But these Ben Cooper things are horrifying, but I love this stupid stuff.
I actually love that. Hold on, I got Tony here. Tony!
Hey, guys.
Hey, Tony.
Hey,
Big toe.
What's the matter?
Big toe.
Big toe. I'm the big toe.
I love it. Is he going to be able to join and hang out? There you go.
I have
Jeremiah.
I have not. I just sent him a message a while ago. Still waiting for a reply. So
we can do it whenever. I figure we're just hanging out here. I haven't opened mine yet, so I've been very good.
Okay, yeah, you've shown a lot of restraint.
It's really tough. It's not easy. I got it ready so I could like look, but I've been like, how you holding up, man?
Good. This set made us a little wacky.
Yeah, it's beautiful work though. Like this is one of my favorite sets. So I think Don knows about this, but let me get something here so you guys can see, because I'm dying to talk to Tony about this, because this is my favorite time of the year for cards because of what Tony does. Perna Studios, which you guys know. I talk about this stuff all the time. I know, I'm sorry, gang, in the chat, but it's freaking awesome. So I love it.
Why aren't the people in the chat talking about it? That's what I want to know.
That's what I want to know too. Oh wait, I got tons of people here I'm ignoring.
Well, I got thinking about that set because one of the artists my wife follows is David Lazo, and I guess he did sketch cards for the I guess Upper Deck's doing a masterpiece horror set or something.
Yes.
And he's got sketch cards in it, which was kind of weird because he's a very high-end artist, and what Upper Deck pays for sketch cards and stuff. I was like, I thought that's kind of a weird thing for him, but he's kind of mostly retired now. So I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. we got an original piece from him that the wife got it for Christmas or 1 year, but he'll do $20,000-$30,000 commissions at restaurants to paint stuff and things like that. And he says, yeah, I'm doing sketch cards for Upper Deck. I'm like, okay, if you're enjoying it.
So funny. Small the world is, man. That's as small as the world is.
That sometimes artists want to try something different.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're so used to a certain format that, here, let's try something else for a while. Yeah. Then they hate it. Then they go back to the original format.
Blake was talking about making framed displays of the sketch cards. I did that a few years back and I loved it. Cut my own mats and made my own wood frames and that. And then I did the Christmas ornament giveaway. Did you get one of those? Where it was frames that I 3D printed that would look like a Christmas ornament. The trading cards would slide into, so you could hang them on your Christmas tree.
It was awesome. It was really great. I remember I still have it with our Christmas stuff. We haven't taken it out yet, but with everything with the world, I'm definitely going to be having Christmas early. Thank you. Yes, Blake, I think that's really cool. Claws out. Your new wrestling team, big toe. That's actually pretty great. Canadian toe. I can see the costume now. So one of my favorite Instagram people is Forest Moon. Hey buddy. He's just the nicest guy. You guys have seen his Instagram. He's just fan. He's just awesome. I used to be a huge set collector. Now I'm on key historical valuable cards, first appearance, etc. from those sets. It feels great to lose excess weight of comm cards. I think that's genius. You're one of my inspirations for my collection. Dude, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're here. Gene, what's up, buddy? Claws out. Can't cry. Hey,
hey guys.
A great collection is just about what you leave out. That's what you keep in. I actually really, really love that because it puts in perspective kind of what it means to curate a collection, right? What do you have in there? About? Yeah, Don's like, you guys are out of your effing minds. Spidey says, I'm back. Took a call. Wait, did Tony get here? I don't know how Tony got here. He just shows up to things.
Just pop up, yeah.
He just pops up.
It just happens.
But it just happens. So
I'm like BO. I just appear.
Teleportation. Everyone has a theory on how Tony got here. But I should wait then, right? I shouldn't. Should I do one? It doesn't matter. There's no rush on him. I feel terrible. I know this is last minute. I saw the message and I blanked like an idiot.
No worries. No, he sent me a message literally the same time you sent me a message, but I didn't see the messages until like after 8. And then I said, I basically said, can you be ready in 5 minutes? And that was like 10 minutes ago. So
I feel terrible. There's no rush. He can pop on here. I'm staying on here for like another, like we'll push it to 9:30. Dawn, there's no pressure to be here until 9:30. I know you.
No, I gotta about another 15 minutes, 10 minutes. I gotta head out to.
Yeah, no rush, no problem at all. So I'm just gonna.
I want to ask Dawn a question. Do you have a background in carpentry?
No, it's just 25, 30 years ago, I just started messing with wood and just kind of. And I enjoy the smell of sawdust.
Yeah, I wish you lived closer. Because I would be asking you to do so many things for me.
Yeah, no, I love. We had a huge windstorm that blew through here this summer and knocked hundreds of trees down in town. It was just a freak windstorm. So my mother-in-law's had a big maple that blew down. So when we cut it up to get rid of it, I saved a couple chunks that I'm drying out so I can make picture frames and stuff out of the maple.
Nice.
So I like doing it and it's fun.
No, it's great. I love seeing it. When you were showing your display cabinets and that and stuff you were making, I was like, if I can hammer in a nail straight, that'd be amazing.
No, I just like building things, like making stuff, and then setting them on fire. No.
Oh no. Fire. Now we know the
truth. Yeah, man. I wish I could make stuff. I do stuff digitally, posters. You guys have seen all that stuff, graphics.
It's some great stuff.
I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and it's self-taught, and I've worked and done a few things, but yeah, I have this like beautiful case in mind of what I want to make for my collection, which I'm sure everybody does. You know what I mean? A place for the uncut sheets, a place for the drawer for the graded cards. Everyone always comes up with that, but then you do it, and I'm always just like, that is just the coolest thing.
Well, what's nice about this is because I've been collecting for so long, I've kind of known what I've wanted for space. So I've got 2 flat files that are built right into this set of cabinets for my posters, because I can't tell you how many Doctor Strange posters over the years, and then some of the larger prints and art. So one drawer is just all posters, and the other drawer is larger prints and stuff that doesn't fit into like a book or something like that. So I knew right away that I wouldn't have room to have a full stack of flat files, but I could at least get a couple deep ones in where the drawer actually extends all the way out. So it's a fully open drawer where it opens up. So if you've got any standard posters or movie posters, the drawer opens completely up so I can see what's in there when I'm flipping through it without having
to no damage, no like wobbling, no corners.
Yeah, and it's all because it's all wood, but wood is not good for paper products. So all the drawers are buffered. They have a buffer board in them, so they're all pH neutral in that. So it's all, just like everything else in my collection is all conservation and conservatory stuff. So that's why I love wood, but wood itself is not good for the lignins and the acid and stuff that's in the wood. So I buffer the drawers with a protective barrier. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense. I have a question for you then that I was going to message you because I always bother you with this stuff. But comic cuts, storing comic cuts.
Mm-hmm.
There should technically, keeping it out of light, temperature, all that kind of good stuff, there should be no way. Is there anything I should be conscious of, or a collector should be conscious of when storing comic cuts? Because sketch cards and comic cuts and then regular cards, there's different textures to all of them.
Yeah,
So
and it's especially the older comic cuts are on that pulp paper and the really crappy paper that eats itself. There's nothing you can do to it. If it's going to eat itself, it's going to eventually turn brown. The newer comics, the glossy comics, they're made of a different paper, but just like anything else that's paper, it's light, temperature, and humidity. Those are the three things. And light is UV light is the big one. So in here, I've got, even though I have a window in here, everything, I have a UV meter, an actual machine that I can measure spot meter UV light. And I've got 0 that's coming through our windows from the sun outside. And then a couple of my pictures have museum glass on them to keep the UV light out. But if you're storing them in a box like you've always done, that keeps out the light. But temperature and humidity are the big ones, and it's fluctuations in that is what's really harmful. Because and that's what causes stuff to curl. If you ever get a lot of paper that curls, it's because, or even wood that warps, it's one side, the humidity is different than the other side. And it attracts the bugs that eat the paper when the humidity and the temperature aren't out. And you've got that on my website. You've seen that one sheet I've got.
Yeah, I love that. It's amazing.
Because I've got that guide out there that shows you what your humidity and temperature should be if you're really concerned about it, because I take it to the extremes. But it's all straight from the National Archives and the Library of Congress, what they do for temperature and humidity. And that's what I go off of, and it's pretty easy. There's nothing extreme, But if you're looking for long-term preservation, then the big thing is keep it out of the sunlight, keep it out of the UV light is the huge thing, and then the other stuff is just going that extra mile. But it doesn't take a whole lot to do that. I just have a little humidity monitor that I set on my counter just to see how it is in here. Sometimes in the summer with the AC running, I put a dehumidifier in here to bring the moisture out of the air a bit. But it's not that super big deal. Just keep it out of the sunlight, and don't do extreme changes in temperature and humidity, because that's what'll curl your stuff, attract the bugs, and really make it turn brown. But like I said, those comic cuts from the 60s and stuff, they're going to eventually brown on you. It's just they were made of such garbage paper that there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Well, I always wondered, because I don't know. I'm surprised when I see things like slabbed up or in a particular casing. I always wondered, like, what does that casing have to be in order to prevent that? Because my understanding is that the quality of the paper itself is going to do what it's going to do. You know what I mean? Even the lack of air. Yeah, no,
it's the paper itself, the Infirma, what it's made out of is the biggest thing that's going to affect what's going to happen to that paper.
That's what I read from the website. Because so if people don't know, please go check out this website. I'll put a link in and all that good stuff. But this is based on exactly why my collection is kept exactly the way it is, because of Don's research and lifetime of work here. But okay, so that makes a lot of sense to me then.
Yeah, for anything that comes with trading cards, just keep it out of the sunlight, and don't burn it in a super hot, humid room. Just the more equal you can keep the humidity and the temperature. But the UV light's a huge one. I think everybody knows that. Even if you keep them in a shoebox, that's a good stage. People find those comic or those card collections and comic collections that were just stored in boxes under somebody's bed, and they're in mint perfect condition. It's just because they were kept out of the sun, and the temperatures weren't too extreme, and the humidity wasn't too extreme one way or the other.
Yeah. I keep all my cards with a rubber band around them.
I did. I showed you that. All my Star Wars cards.
I remember.
Sprinkles on it. That's a badge of honor.
That is a badge of honor. That's true.
That's when we had that discussion a couple of years ago about true collecting or whatever. If you didn't have rubber band creases on your trading cards, you weren't.
You got nothing.
Exactly.
You got nothing.
Sticking it in the spokes of your bicycle, you weren't a true collector.
Those are the war wounds, man. That's it.
The war wounds. That's amazing. That's so good. Yes.
That's awesome.
Comments. Donnie's here. What's up, good buddy? Hey, pal. Dre, everyone's having a good time. So glad you guys are here. This is a lot of fun. Tony Guerrero, the tiny model of this town. You're really great. Teenager said his name 3 times. So they're all talking about how you teleported here.
Use, apparently, yeah.
So
as far as
yes, for Interglobal, it's there's a drawback, because if you get your stuff sent to a grading company and they sonic seal the plastic slabs from PSA or CGC or whatever, you're running the risk of it sealing in all that moisture that was in the atmosphere of the room where they were sealing those cards. And I have no idea what CGC or what they do. Hopefully it's in a climate controlled room and everything else. But when you seal something, people think put it in an airtight container, like the Pelican boxes and stuff like that. You got to really be careful, because when you seal that, you're sealing whatever humidity was in that area at the time inside that box.
Yep.
And that may not necessarily be a good thing. If you're constantly opening it or whatever, you know, that's a little bit different. But for long-term storage, you really don't want, you know, that airtight can work against you, because you could be sealing in a lot more humidity than you think you are. That's just going to be sitting in with that card. Regular slabs, like if you get the one touches and stuff like that, those aren't airtight. You know, those just clamp together.
I like those, yeah.
So you're not, you know, you're protecting the card from physical damage. But my one touches, I always put in a plastic bag also, because that doesn't protect against water. If I spill something, if I'm out messing with something and spill my soda or my coffee or my beer or whatever, it can still get into those one touches and that. That's why I always wrapped it with a team bag or whatever.
Always do team bag. Yeah. Always do a team bag. I have these top loader binders, which are really nice and clean because they're side entry. So they're actually really nice. And they're a pretty good surface, and they're zippered up. But most of the time, I team bag everything, even the slabs, because you just never know what's happening with a slab sometimes. I was going to say something interesting, and I totally forgot what it was now. Didn't have anything interesting at all to say.
Whatever you're going to put your stuff in, pick something that you know that you're not, because most people damage their cards by constantly putting them in and out top loaders and in and out penny sleeves and everything else. Kind of
make
pick
a
decision you like and leave the shit in there, because that's when you're going to ding your edges. That's when you're going to screw your cards up. You're going to push the edge in, trying to force it into a top loader that's not the right size once you put a penny sleeve on there, you know. So, you know, and you could do things like, you know, Foster was talking about the bags and that. You can double penny sleeve cards too. You have to look at, because they all come in different sizes. You may think that every penny sleeve is the exact same size, and they're not. You can get them slightly bigger. And if you're in the like the Pokemon or the Magic card, you're more familiar with that than probably Marvel collectors, because they double sleeve. You know, they put in one sleeve and they got their game sleeve or whatever that goes over the top of it. You can do the same thing with your stuff that still will fit in a top loader, but because you've got the opening of one sleeve on the top, I push my card in. Now you take another penny sleeve upside down and you put it on this way. Now you've created, you know, a barrier. Well, if you spill something, you're probably going to be pretty safe and stuff like that. So
in my Pelican case, and it's always open, as you can tell, because I'm always looking at this stuff. I put a little moisture pack that you get like furniture stuff just in case. Yep, but I have like a small one in there.
Checking some packets or the little packets with the little clay in it that attracts the moisture. But you also want to be careful, again, one extreme or the other. If you dry that area out too much, it makes the paper brittle. It changes the fibers in the paper. So moisture is one thing, but too dry, too less moisture is also just as harmful to paper as high moisture, because it affects the card also. So, you know, I saw somebody that used one of those big Decusum pack. I'm never sure how to pronounce that.
No, me neither. They're massive.
Yeah. Because they make them on, for Uline, you can get shipping ones that are huge. And he had one of those thrown in his thing. I'm like, I probably wouldn't do that, because that's sucking out every piece of, you know, moisture that's in the entire air. You know, just want something that's constant, that stays level for the most part. But those are the little silica packets or the little ones.
Yeah. Smart. It's just smart. Got a bunch of Kashra. What's up, man? What's up, Ben? Just got in. Is Tony really on, or is this cardboard cutout? We never quite
never know.
Never know. We'll just never know. So my Golden Age comic cuts are kind of screwed.
No, well, I've seen Golden Age stuff that is pristine. It's just it's the tell of time. You never know. But the problem is that paper's going to eventually eat itself at one time or another, you know, just because of the lignins and how they made the pulp for the paper. Mm-hmm. But I've seen some Golden Age stuff that is still pretty fantastic looking. And there are actual, you know, if you go into conservation and stuff, there are ways to pH balance paper. You know, if you've got, you know, the really expensive historical stuff, they'll put into chambers and hit it with something that evens out the pH. But that's something that a card collector is not going to do. But it's just kind of a wait and see kind of thing. That old stuff, the 50s, you know, and especially, you know, especially getting into the 60s and the early 70s, that paper was just pretty garbage that they made that stuff out of. So And there wouldn't be any reason why they wouldn't make it out of that paper. They were just cheap, fold your comic book and stick it in your back pocket, that they weren't meant to last. None of that stuff was meant to last. So
no, there was no collecting back then.
No, absolutely not.
It was enjoyment.
Yep.
I love that.
But it's true though, right?
It's more than freaking true. It's amazingly true. It's
you're a kid, you're hanging out with your friends, you got your comic and you're swapping comics, here, when you borrow this, I'll read this. I mean, nobody cared. It was just fun.
Nobody cared. Yeah.
Now
the idea of
themselves.
It's true though, right? I mean, the idea of value.
I have no regrets. There's a lot of stuff that would have been cool if I kept, but I still kept a lot of stuff, like my original Star Wars cards, my original Battlestar Galactica cards. I still have all those. I just never got rid of them over the years. I just packed them away and just, I lost sight of them for, a decade or two sometimes, but it's all my Star Wars action figures. I still got in a box in the basement and I've never gotten rid of that stuff. It's just stuff that still is enjoying to pull out every now and then and look at, even if it does have a rubber band crease through that.
It's true though. Like, it's very true. Very, very true.
It is very true.
All right, guys, I gotta hop off. I gotta get to a hockey game, but it was great talking to everybody.
Great seeing you, Don. Thank you for jumping on, buddy.
See you next time.
Take care,
fun. Okay.
It's just me and you now, sexy.
You always know what to say. this stream's definitely gonna get off the rails now. Okay, I'm thinking of showing my what I got. Would that be cool?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah. All right.
Course.
So I'm gonna show. I gotta keep this in there. I'm gonna show this bad boy. I got my binder here. Ooh. So if you don't know, which you should know, there's 28 people here, so I don't know what's going to know, but I'll make this a smaller video. This is Perna Studios binder Halloween set. I collect this. I love this. This is amazing. Without Elaine and Tony, I would never be able to have all of the good stuff that I have. And I set up my binder classic way. Actually, my sketches are at a different space because I moved them for a hot minute. So 1 second. And I'll go get that. Give me 1 minute. And
hi everybody.
Nope, that's not it. Okay. All right, so this is the new set. This is the new Halloween set that came out. I'm getting out my sketch cards because I'm actually going to put them most likely in this binder over here. So here are some of my sketch cards that you guys can see that I've had for a while. And then we're going to open up some packs. I'm going to give you a brief little introduction here so you guys can see. Yeah. All right. So here's my pride and joys here. So I got something from PJ, Goatman from Creatures, which is a really good sketch card, by the way. Oh, wait, got people talking. All right. It's all about set building in a binder since, yeah, man. I saw the video. So if you want to see a great video on Perna Studios, go to True Blue. Go check it out. It was freaking awesome. You guys did such a good job. It was amazing. I'm not much of a card collector these days, but I'm over an old photo collector. Cool to see there's a channel about this stuff too. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, man. If you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully you can collect with us, hang out some time, and thank you, man. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. We got a comment from Blake. I personally enjoy doing the commissions directly at doing sketch cards because the money goes directly to the artist, not a company. 100%. 100%.
Support the artist.
And I think cards are a really strong way of supporting artists because artists are doing big projects sometimes, and cards could be little breaks for them, go into them, all this kind of stuff, or even kind of get you into getting bigger pieces from artists. It's amazing to me how many times I see someone do a sketch card like this, which I just think is the bee's knees, the best thing ever. And then I see them do something on like a 5x7 or 8x10 because it just blows my mind. It's crazy to see the different scales of work that people can do. It's
That's
pretty
very
great.
true. That's actually very true.
All right, then another PJ. I'm a fan if you haven't noticed. I don't know. I saw this and lost my shit. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I love it. I did. I just think she's so cool. I think the design of it. I love the background. It just he did the whole series for Halloween 4 that PJ did was this kind of monster portraits.
Yep.
But he did the backgrounds. Like it's just my favorite thing ever. I got this in a trade, which is pretty good. Hollow
That's
Ink,
cool.
which is pretty great. And it's is that do you remember who that is, Tony?
That's Carlos. No, I have no idea.
Yes.
I have
Is
no
it?
idea.
Anyway, I don't remember, but
I'm not good with the
I'll find out. I'm a terrible person, but
I'm more
this
terrible.
this is one of my absolute favorite pieces.
Oh, that's cute.
It's beautiful. I think it's great. The cat's there and everything like that. I think it's just awesome silhouette. I love the wash. She's a pretty great artist, actually. She's phenomenal.
Oh, Ms. Lamel, yeah.
Yeah, she's a biggie. She's a big deal. Big deal. This is one of my favorite pieces I've ever seen from her. This I got from our bunny Donnie Cutright, who's just the coolest.
Oh, wow.
So I got this in a trade.
Nice.
It's really sick. And it's by Yui Trong, who obviously,
yeah,
he just did a killer job on Ophelia.
He does beautiful women. Oh my God, he does beautiful women.
It's insane. It's insane. I got this off eBay. This had been on eBay for years, and it's impossible for me to find Witchcraft sketch cards. That's my favorite set on one of them, and I just absolutely love the color, the effect on this, the style, and I'm a huge fan of witches as well.
Yeah, Ellison, yeah.
This is a great piece. It was just sitting on eBay, and I think people just kept letting it go. This is another one I have, which I really like too. It's really,
that's cute too. Yeah.
It's a really cute. The owl is insane.
Yeah.
It's just a good piece. I forget who this is. I got to write this stuff down.
That's Oliver Castaneda.
Ah, that makes sense now. Can recognize the style.
Yeah.
My boy Donnie helped me out with this one. And then this is probably my biggest card. Well, I have two left, but this is one of my biggest. And this is the only card I've ever had of this artist who I'm a huge fan of.
That's FX.
FX.
Yeah.
Which is insane. So this is just a major card for me.
Okay, I think Jeremiah is actually getting his, I can't say shit together, but yeah, shit together.
Well, he could take his time, no worries. And then this is I got from Elaine, who had this as an AP, and she was nice enough to let it go to me. So she actually one of my favorite. Yeah. I actually have to get a surfer from her before I can't.
I don't know if Elaine's ever drawn a surfer.
That would be cool.
I know you're talking about. You're right.
But it'd be cool to get Elaine to get a surfer. I don't know. I'm not going to say no to that. I need to get blanks, man. I'm like slimming on blanks, to be honest with you. I know. I know a surfer that you drew for me. Oh, that's at the end of this binder here that I can't show on here because it's not for children.
Why not? What about the spot?
Where is that spot? I don't think I can show that spot either because people will look closely enough.
Oh, but the funny thing about it is you did show it, but you were covering it.
I did. I know. I was like, who cares? No one watches this channel anyway. But here's something really cool that Tony gave me.
Ooh.
This is original art for a card. And it is the coolest, creepiest, most amazing thing. And there's a huge story with the person's portrait back there and the body structure and the addict at the top. I mean, it's just so sick. And the Halloween sets just have so much good story to them. And I'm excited to see all the art for the sets. Like I made sure not to see anything in the group. So I've been really good about not going in there. But these are the sets from the beginning. So you have Halloween, and then I just got all the sets here. So I won't go too long because I don't want to damage my pages. But really great stuff. And I'll show you guys all this stuff, but different textures, different types of cards.
So Fausto, you like the monster sets, right?
I like the Halloween set I like the Halloween set the best. That's the one I'm doing full.
Yeah.
For sure. I have though the Creatures Myth and Legend, and I have the Halloween Inc. The Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have that one, and then I have Witchcraft, luckily. And then
next year we're gonna do Creatures of Myth and Legend 2, and then we're doing Witchcraft 2, The Coven for Halloween next year. So
Okay.
yeah, it's gonna be all witches. It'll be a all female set.
okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make
It's
you
okay. Now I just have to make sure I have funds for that. But these are my favorite inserts from the set. It is the medals. And these are some of the best looking cards you've ever seen. And my favorite piece that they've ever come out with. But that doesn't come out sideways. This is one of my favorite pieces other than the Reaper. Dan.
That is Dan Brayerton, comic book artist.
I just think he's like one of the best, man. I love his work. He did Marvel Masterpieces. I have a surfer for him from OAX that he did. One day when I have enough cash, I think I'd like to get an art piece by him. I've always been a fan.
You know, he did the Yeti for our Creatures of Myth and Legend.
Did he really? I have it here.
The Yeti might be the metal card. You have the Yeti there?
I don't think I have the Yeti. I have to look.
Yeah, you have to look in the creatures. It might have been a metal card. That's why.
I have a few metal cards. I have the PJ. I have the one from the original Halloween. I got the art one that I have, the faceless.
Yeah.
So I got that one, which is sick, and they're black and white, which I love.
Well, I bought the original art from Dan of the Yeti. I told him, I said, I love this. I go, do you still have it? He goes, yeah. I go, can I buy it off of you? He's like, yeah,
no,
he's like, yeah, I worked for you, sure.
The Yeti. Let me see.
Let's see if I could try to find that piece.
I don't think I have it. No, I don't think I have it. Was it in the regular series?
It was in Creatures of Myth and Legend, but it might have been a metal card.
Yeah, I think so, because I don't have it here. I have Bigfoot, Lizard Man. Well, I'll show you guys the creatures. But yeah, so I have these guys. So no Yeti.
Yeah. But
oh man, that must be really cool looking. I got Goat Man, which is really cool. Yeah, but no Yeti. But yeah, that's okay. But I am excited to I got some empty pages here.
Oh, those need
ready.
To
those need to be filled. Okay. I'm excited. So
Jeremiah is he says he's ready.
Just send him the link I gave you and he can pop right in and I'll get him in here.
Can you send me that link on Instagram in a message and then I'll just
Instagram message. Got it.
And then just copy, paste and send it to him.
Doing it now.
Am I even friends with you on Instagram?
Rude. Yeah, you're friends with me on Instagram.
Just
damn.
You know I love you, man. I'm just messing with you.
Cold effing bloody. Everybody. Thank you all for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good one, isn't it? It's a good one. See? Kashra knows. All right. So here are the promo cards, which go at the end, but I'm going to show them here. So here's the first one. Antonio Silva. Beautiful witch.
Alcione Silva is amazing. He's another one.
Really wonderful piece there. Halloween 5 tells us what the whole set is. Bump in the Night. I think, what's great about your card sets, and this is not, I collect this, so this is not a promotion thing. It's just, I think it's done so freaking right. I really, really love it. I really love it. And I never buy Like I'm very picky about what I buy because it's limited funds, but I always pick up the
You know
Halloween.
what? That makes me freaking happy, and I really appreciate your support, because it is harder for a smaller company to justify,
It's awesome.
pushing stuff out there and saying, yeah, well, you should buy our stuff, and they're like, well, why? You're not Marvel, you're not DC, you're an independent company, but you know what? Our quality's there. We were very equal to what the companies are putting out.
It's such an understatement, because it's not, your quality is more than there. Your quality is refined. The amount of things that you guys are doing to make this card set for collectors and for people who have collected cards in the past is amazing. The inserts, the variety of artists, the write-ups on the back, the designs of the cards, it feels like people who know what they're doing are making it, which is why I'm always been obsessed and why it's just true.
I appreciate that. Elaine, she's the meticulous one. I mean, she's over
awesome.
Every card. I mean,
she's lovely. All of these look beautiful.
Some cards we had to basically throw out. We had, because she's like, well, I can't use this. It's bent. This one's got a mark on it. This one's got this. I mean, she's really picky about, oh, there's a white spot on this. I'm like, where? It's like, here. And I'm like, where?
This sounds horrible, but I'm always freaked out when I buy cards from big companies, because there's always a mistake. Because bottom line is number one priority. And with you guys, I never feel that way. Every time I get something from you guys, it is stunning. It has been looked at. It's been cared for. And it's never a disappointment. Not once.
Thank you.
Not once.
We try.
Here's P3 promo. Awesome cat. Bump in the Night. Halloween 5. It's Black Cat. And the artist is Daphne Kamia. I can't pronounce names because I'm illiterate.
It's Daphne Kamaya.
Daphne Kamaya.
Yeah.
I love this card too. I love the pumpkin collar. I think it's awesome. I love the colors. I actually think it's a beautiful card.
Jeremiah's not in the back room, is he?
Oh, he is. Hey. No.
How's it going, everybody?
Good, man. I'm so sorry, brother. I'm orchestrating. I didn't see you, man.
Hey, I was listening.
I'm so glad you're
here.
Donnie boy, yes. The next set that we got coming out will be Creatures of Myth and Legend 2. That'll probably be an early June release. And then we have our next Halloween set for next year is going to be Witchcraft 2, The Coven. So it'll be an all-female witch set. So, yeah.
My wife's going to love that.
Dude, I'm so excited. It's funny, Emily, I show Emily a surfer. She goes, I'm like, hey, you want to see this new surfer I got? Let me guess. Is he doing this? Or is he like this? let me guess, like, to be funny. And she looks at it, we laugh or whatever. And she gets why it's cool. But, she sees this set. She's like, man, this is such a good variety of like different art, different styles, different different creative kind of like storytelling. And it's just a more exciting. It's just very exciting.
Hermit,
so I got zombies here.
Hermit, you need to join our Facebook group.
Yes.
Perna Studios. We have we show previews of the artwork by the artist. We have release dates, costs. So that would be the best place to hit us up.
Super tight community as well. So there are a lot of really great people there who share what they get.
And
so
try
it's
to
similar.
help each other out too. Yeah.
Everyone's helped me out. No one has ever been rude to me in that group, ever. They're just very nice people. Yeah.
I've been rude to you.
Well, you're kind of like the owner of the group, so you're not in it. You know what I mean?
Well,
you're like
nobody.
Nobody, man. But this one's zombies. This is P2, promo 2, Halloween 5.
Oh, see that card there? That card also made it as a metal chase card. Ooh. The amazing how it looks on the metal. Oh my God, it pops so nice on the metal.
The metals are insane. Jeremiah, so is this your first set? Have you been collecting a lot of Perna?
No, so I had the in front of me, I got a binder started for his sets. I got a Spellcaster's Floors, my first one, and my wife really liked them. So this time around, I haven't opened it yet, but thank you, Perna. Got it to me very quick. My wife she isn't aware, but she has a set in here too, so I got us both one.
Tony told me you want to come on and do this. I saved my 3. I do not have any willpower ever. And he was like, can we all 3 do it together? And I was like, hell yeah. I only have 3, so we'll have to alternate. I couldn't go too far in, but I'm really excited about my 3. But I just want to show people the promos so they could see it. Go ahead.
Did you get packed, Fasto? Did you get packed or okay? So I got
sets. No, he got complete
sets.
I got okay.
Sets. Nice. Yeah, just like you.
Yeah. Nice. So I got 3 sets. Yeah, so they do a different. They're actually really great on distribution. So go to the Perna Facebook group. There's so many different themes, so many great stuff. You're going to see a lot of the different textures and types of cards and artists that they are connected with. And just remember that the Pernas are sketch card history embodied. You know what I mean? They've been around and have done such amazing work and have seen through so many sets and experienced that when they finally came out with their own set and kind of curated it, it's really like getting to purely just enjoy what a card set does without a card set having to be parallels upon parallels upon parallels. It's like I feel like a little kid again when I open these packs, which is why I'm excited. You know what I mean? Because it's always like the thrill of it. So you get a pack, you get a complete set, and then you get an insert. You can get a chance of 2 inserts. So there's like a rare thing that happens there, and then a sketch card for each set, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Tony?
No.
Damn it. I quit. I'm out. I don't know anything.
Every pack comes with 5 base cards, a sketch card, a chase card, one of the pearl cards, and possibility of a metal chase card. The complete sets come with a complete set, sketch card, same thing, pearl card, and a chance to get a metal card. With the 4 packs, you get 4 packs, you'll get a complete set, but you'll also get 4 sketch cards and all 4 of the pearl cards. So you're almost getting the entire set, minus the metal cards, which are rare because I think we only inserted maybe 31 of each throughout the entire run, and there were 3 different metal cards.
Wow.
So yeah,
that's sick.
They're pretty rare.
Better. Yeah, I collect them. I love the metal cards a lot. Like I have a couple different pages. I have some of the witchcraft ones, which are like prized possessions. But that's actually really great.
We did some calculations with Nathan when I was on his stream, and we came to the conclusion that there are less than 300 full complete sets of any of our products. So that's it.
That's
sick.
Yeah,
that beats 90s products. And like Foster was saying, not worrying about all the chase and all that, and actually having real art cards, stuff that wasn't used in a comic book, wasn't used on a poster or anything, in a movie. There's something to be said about that. And and sorry, I'm not trying to cut in. My mom, I grew up, she collected Magic the Gathering cards and got me into it back when Alpha came out, and then Marvel back in the early 90s, and then she played D&D. So I still have all of her D&D manuals, first edition, second, third editions. And so I grew up with a lot of the fantasy art stuff, and was always a big buff for the fantasy art movies. And I think it's fun.
Your mom was cool.
Your mom was really cool.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
So cool.
That's some cool shit.
I got a few of her things. Unfortunately, her ex stole a lot of her collection. And if I had that today, some of the Alpha stuff from Magic, some of the early Marvel cards, it's a little depressing to think about.
Yeah. But the memories, man. I mean, it's so cool that you got to collect this stuff and kind of like have a mentor to like walk you through this stuff. And got Marvel Magic coming out now. Like This is really cool, man. I'm so glad you're here, dude. This is awesome. It's our first time, like not we've seen each other, but it's like first time hanging out. But that's awesome. Okay, so we got these 3 promos. So there's that. Now I say we start opening packs and get this puppy going. Jeremiah, you're gonna go first. Okay.
How much do you want me to show? I have a
You have a
reasonable
lot.
stack too.
Okay, so I have 3. So you tell me how many you want to open, because I know one's for the wife.
Well, yeah, he's got 2 complete sets, and then the other thing was something he was asking about. So that's has nothing to do with Perda Studios.
Oh, cool. Okay, so then we actually between us we have 5 then, 5 things to open.
Yes.
Okay, so cool. So you go first. Well,
no, you should go
first. I should go first because I have 3.
One.
That's right.
You should do one.
Okay, so I have 3. So this is what a complete set looks like. So excuse me for not understanding it before.
No,
a little confused.
No
I just want to make sure people know what this stuff looks like and what to expect. So you obviously recognize this artist here, this is like one of my favorite pieces he's ever done.
Fred
and Ian. Fred and Ian did this. Oh,
Hi, Elaine.
The master.
Hi, Elaine.
What's up? Elaine.
Scared me.
Elaine's the best. Elaine's the best. Elaine's the best.
Elaine, you're the best.
So Tony's great, but Elaine, best.
Are you opening sets?
We're
You
opening
can open
sets.
the ones that you got.
Yeah.
Ignoring all the bad sketch cards.
Yeah.
Obviously. I know that. I know what I'm into.
The ones with
So
the
on the
peanuts.
back here, it tells you how many base sets, which is the best, by the way. This is really appreciated. You have this awesome sticker of Halloween that kind of closes this thing so no cards get out, which is beautiful. And then this is how it goes. And then you open it up, and I'm going to cut this without ruining the cards inside. There you go. Hopefully. And then I'm going to go ahead and not peek at my sketch, even though I'm excited. But let's take a look at this. I want to make sure I put my elbow down so I can show you guys. Does that look good? Oh, let me get it on here.
Yeah.
How's that?
Good.
Solid?
There you go.
Oh yeah, you're good.
All right. So this is one of my favorite things Fred and Ian have ever done. This is a badass, amazing mummy card. So we're going to go past this one. You guys see, Headless Horseman. That's awesome. In the Graveyard. That's so cool. Who did this? Elijah Dosado.
Yep.
Amazing. It's actually really sick. Look at the moon in the back and the horse. Oh, let's look at the Fred and Ian one too, just because I didn't do a close up on that one. I feel bad.
I love the Fred and Ian stuff.
That's actually available on their website for sale.
No shit.
Oh,
Okay.
The original art, or
The original art.
oh wow,
It's an oversized painting. I mean, it's big. It's huge.
Yeah. I wasn't
it's-
aware that Fred and Ian had a website where they offered.
They're represented by the Kirby art.
Kirby art. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay.
So what's really cool about the back of these cards, by the way, not only are they numbered, not card numbered, not like serial numbered, but they have each one in every new series has a design on the back that is done, presumably by you, Tony, and you, Elaine, right? You guys draw that up, that graphic?
I do it, and I say, Elaine, is this good? And she'll say, or okay, yeah.
Nice. I like it even better now. I actually love the pumpkin demon wings and everything like that. I think that's great. So,
See, you got
I
it. Good
just
for you.
I
Good for
just
you.
caught that, doggone it.
Anyone else got it?
I was wondering, is anybody going to realize they're his wings?
Ah.
I didn't even.
I got this.
Yeah.
yeah, and you drew them in a way where they're like the veins of a plant and stuff like that. So
Yes.
it's very not veins. What are they called?
No, you're right. It's like
Yeah.
the stems and veins. Yeah.
I think it's cool. I love seeing the graphics because I have the Halloween binder,
Mhm.
which Elaine, my hero, was able to hook me up, and I love the way it's designed. And I'm a huge fan of binders, obviously. Oh, this is cool.
I love that.
I love the cartoons in the back and everything. Let's see who did that one. That's so sick. Danielle, how do you say the last name? Gransol?
Gransol.
Gransol?
And yep, Danielle Gransol.
Third card in the set. And we're just doing this like this on when we start showing the rest of the cards, we'll go faster. But I'm binder filling.
Oh yeah, we don't need to see the base cards again.
Yeah. Even though they're worth looking at twice for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
The cute one,
awesome.
I liked her cute style.
I think the cute style is great. I love the
Yeah.
legs, how they draw them out. I think that's
The
cool.
innocent kids, right? She's
Yeah.
captured Halloween. It's the kids enjoying themselves.
And that's what I like about their Halloween set specifically. I love how you guys have a range, right? It's never just like one theme. It feels like there's all these different types of Halloween cards, which
Yeah.
I think is better than just like straight up, oh, it's all gore, oh, it's all
Yeah, I don't want
cutesy.
to do exactly. I didn't want to do all
No.
horror and
No.
stuff. So we said, you know,
I
what,
think
let's-
that's that's a
give the
mistake.
artist
Yeah.
some freedom. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake to do that. Let's see. I'll send it.
Oh, Elsa Domstay?
Domsty?
I don't know how to say last name.
Domsty.
Domst?
Domsty.
Homestay.
It's
Domsty.
very,
It's
very
Greek?
cool.
I don't know.
I think I really love it a lot, actually. So we got a werewolf. I'm a huge fan of witches and werewolves. So this
Yeah.
is really cool to have.
I played Werewolf the Apocalypse card game back when I was in
What?
middle high school. So
That's
yeah,
a deep cut.
I still have my binders and my cards. I think I have
Really?
some sealed product. Yeah. It's called Rage.
That's it. Wow.
Yeah, I
That's-
remember that.
I remember that too. That's a
I-
massive deep cut.
I was sad when they went out of business. Anyway,
Yeah. A lot of these guys
Oh,
did
wow.
though. It's really
Dario art.
desperate. Dario art.
The
Really
werewolf.
The werewolf. All right. Oh, stunning.
Ines Guerrero.
I love the sigil. I love the scythe. I love the blood in her hands. I love the mood atmosphere of this piece. It's really wonderful.
You people should really be following her. She does amazing stuff.
She did
This is a
have-
really good time to say, like, if you see anybody on here and there's art you love, go to Instagram, go to Facebook, follow these artists because they're going to appear everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's a really amazing thing to see artists.
She's an amazing artist. She
Yeah.
has so many
Yeah, definitely.
amazing pieces.
I mean, there's so many new artists to discover, and you know, we get new artists working for us all the time, and it's like, oh my god, these guys are amazing. Where have you been hiding?
I love that though. I love that too. And for all you Marvel fans out there and eventually DC fans, sketch card artists and artists, the Pernas know them. You want to see their work, you're going to see them in Perna sets either before, after, or during these sets. So you're going to have. My wife just gave me a snake.
Snake.
A snack plate.
I gave me a snake.
Snake.
Oh, she hates you.
she keeps the course. She's like, oh really? Okay.
Emily is awesome.
that's awesome.
Oh, I got a middle card. Okay, so
Oh.
why decide to eat on the stream? I'll never know. This is sick.
Just
No,
hold
I
it
didn't.
right in front of you while you
You
eat.
saw food and you want instincts. Instincts. bro.
I'm an idiot. I'm a fat kid at heart, always.
No, you're not.
But it's actually a really amazing piece. I
Yes.
love that she's like a floating specter, and they
Yep.
put the giant floating specter over this kind of graveyard.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. Maybe it's just because she's in the foreground, but I
It
actually
still shows
love
she's
the effect.
menacing. It still shows that, you know, she's the focal point. She's menacing.
I think it's great.
Don't go to the
Yeah.
graveyard because
Yeah.
she'll get
Don't
you.
do it. She'll get you. I actually love the lights on in the house too.
Yeah.
Oh, and the necklace. See, this is what I'm talking about narration wise. Like, if you could make a movie from this, that necklace itself is going to be a straight plot point,
Yep.
right? That's an amulet keeping her alive. There's a whole story behind there.
You are correct, Alex.
Sherwin,
Sherwin Santiago.
Santiago, Cemetery Apparitions. I love it. Good shit. This is cool stuff. 9 pages
Curious,
looking good.
have either of you gone back and looked at any of the other sets? And I only have one in front of me in binder, so I'm easily able to go through it. But like looking at the Anise Guerrero, hopefully I didn't butcher that. Looking at her card from Spellcasters 4, I mean, you would have to see it. Here, hold on.
You should see the cards.
So you've got
Classic fairies.
the Halloween set, right?
Mhm.
And then you have
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Right?
I haven't seen that piece. That's depressing. That
You know,
looks
a lot of
so
time-
good.
A lot of times she model. It's her. She's the model for herself.
No
it real?
shit.
Yeah.
Wow, she has a great look. Yes! OCD in the
Oh,
house.
I didn't even notice.
uh, Oh, Bowler.
Didn't know.
That's what's up. Oh,
Matt
now it's
just
a party.
woke up.
I did
That's
too from a map
amazing.
not too long ago.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, that's cool. Actually, I didn't know that was a card, man. That's so sick. I'm kind of
I
super
just-
jealous.
That was
I
one of the pro.
Looked to the second page and I was like, oh, there she is.
She's beautiful. I mean, that's a really
Yeah.
really cool card.
Oh, he didn't get spellcasters. That's right.
No, I did. You know what? I'm just like,
No,
I should get
no.
spellcasters because I would like spellcasters. So I
You know
got to
what?
do that.
Everybody collects differently, so no.
That's what it is. So we got our next card in the set. I'm at my 8th. So this is actually really cool. I love. She's poisoning the food, which I love.
You love that.
She has. Yeah.
As he's
Well-
eating.
Yeah. Well, Emily just gave me some foods,
Oh,
right? I just think the story is really great, and I love the person who's looking out the window and the other person who's watching this. It's just really freaking awesome storytelling. And then we can go ahead and see it's the Masquerade Ball, and it's Lindsay
Lindsay
Grayling.
Grayling.
Card number 8.
I love her cards. Her little mini sets. I love them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I wanna
really
buy all the ones with the cats.
ha. I just think that looks really good. All right, card number 8 in the sleeve. Let's keep going. All right. Oh, very cool. The
Nice.
what is that creature called?
It's like a swamp monster. It almost looks like Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I was thinking about Lovecraft, and I'm trying to remember.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. Swamp monster. It's really cool. Carrying the skulls, moon in the back. Always going to win me over when there's a moon.
Now, is he the father of?
Yes.
So he's the father
L.S.
of
Dosado.
Elijah Dosado, the one who did the headless horseman.
No, wow,
Yeah,
that's
father,
Yes.
father and son.
So L.S. Dosado, yeah, he's the father, and Elijah is his son.
wow, they're really cool. They're
Wow.
different too, but you can see
Yeah.
there's some carryover, but they're very different. That's
Wow.
cool.
That's
cool.
pretty
That's
cool.
That's pretty cool. And that is card number 9.
Our cat's being dramatic. She wants a
That's
10.
That's our 9 page. So we got our first 9 page of the set,
Woo!
which is insanely cool. It's so cool. So that's done. Let's put that guy down in the binder,
Okay, you want to join?
and let's keep going. All right, next. Oh, okay. So this artist, I'm a huge fan of this artist. I love the pinup style. I love the look. I'm very addicted to this. I think it's such a cool look.
Renato Oak, yeah.
I love the look. I love the earrings. I love the style. I think she has this great look.
Yep.
Really beautiful
That's
looking
a
card.
cool
And it's called Ghoul, which is really cool because what's really nice with ghouls is, not nice, but ghouls are kind of controlled by other people's as like spiritual anchors. So it's really cool that she's like controlling the ghoul. So he put the possessor, which is really cool. Did a good job. That's sick. So
Yeah, he did a great job on that.
that's really nice. I love that. All right, let's keep going. Next. Oh, Toma. Toma.
I love
He
it.
can tell a Toma from a mile away.
I love
From a
Toma.
mile away. I love that he put
Toma.
the feather. I love that he put the feather there. I love the corn stalks. I think I saw this original in the group, so I don't know if someone grabbed it already, but
I think he
What
was
I
selling
think-
the original without the background image.
maybe
I think
so.
he added- I think he added the corn stalks after.
What I love what Toma did with the scarecrow is the spirit that's in the eye there.
Yes.
I love that. That was a really smart decision. Really good with the lore of a scarecrow. Sick.
Daddy's
And
not paying
Toma.
attention to you?
Kitty.
It's also very different from his normal muted color palette.
Yeah, you're right. He's actually more he's more softer with his other painted work and sketch cards. But yeah,
It's really cool.
he went cuckoo.
Lynn.
Yeah, Lynn
I
Anderson.
love this. That's cool. You don't get a lot of male witches, so I really love that. It's
Warlock.
very cool.
Warlocks.
Warlock. Well, so there are male witches though. So
Yeah, they're called warlocks, damn it. Warlocks.
not every war. No, there are
No,
male
I'm
witches.
kidding. I'm messing with
Okay.
you.
I mean, it's not like he named the card Warlock. That would be Oh,
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
We did. We wanted a male witch as well as a female.
should have said Warlock. Damn it.
Dang it.
Make me look like a straight up fool. All right.
No,
This is so detailed. This is
No.
amazing.
Oh, no.
Wow.
That must be Basio,
That is
right?
crazy. It's like a
Basio.
death metal band
Matt knows.
kind of.
Yeah, that's
Matt
not.
knows.
So much detail in that.
Damn, that's awesome.
That must
That
be.
is
It's a full size piece.
So much detail in there. Grim Reaper.
I can't
Yeah,
imagine.
all
how
these
much
guys
time
are
that
selling
took
their
to
original
draw.
artwork, you know. And
If
they
you-
used to
if-
list them on the Perna Studios Facebook page a lot all the time.
And trust me, they get expensive. And there's a lot of people, and they're not expensive when they first go for sale, but they get expensive, and a lot of people keep them. There's a lot of on Comic Art Fans. If you don't know that site, that's just one of the best sites ever. You're going to see with illustration art, card art, comic art. It's just one of the best sites ever. If you go on there, you can see some of the Perna originals from the card set actually on that site. That's how I found out about the set. And that's how I found out where some of the I've had some pictures on Comic Art Fans, some illustrations, art pieces there saved on a bookmark because you can save them and like them and put a heart on them. And I realized later that that's where they were first published, was in the Perna set, and I had no idea. You know what I mean? It was just one of these weird things.
Like there for how long? Over 10 years.
yeah,
We've been,
Wow.
yeah, maybe 15 years. We've been using Comic Art Fans too.
yeah.
It's amazing.
I always show my collection.
Yeah, your collection's insane. Like, yeah,
I have that
this
for a long time.
this is amazing. This is one of my favorite pieces in the set.
Ages.
Yeah.
I love the perspective. I love the monster bash that's happening. I love the octopus is taking over the DJing. I think it's great. The jack-o'-lantern as the disco ball.
He was a
Perfect.
last-minute replacement artist. The original artist, it wasn't quite what we were looking for, and he had 3 or 4 days to do that, and he did that in like 3 days.
Yeah.
I think he killed it.
So
I
Oh, yeah.
love,
Yeah.
I
we
love
were
it.
just so shocked, and it's amazing.
I love it.
I like the
It's so
octopus
awesome.
outside.
Me too. He looks so happy.
Yeah, he's my favorite of that card because I'm like, I really like him. Every time I had to keep grabbing base cards of him, I just kept laughing.
It's really cool. I love how that sits in the middle too. That's really good for the 9-page. I love that sat in the middle. That was good. This one's a really great piece too. I thought this one really pulled me back.
Arwen Necker. Yeah.
That's so cool.
I love art.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
He-
his
he-
stuff's so cool.
He got Haunted House to do, and he goes, well, can I put somebody in there instead of just the house? And we said, yeah, do what you want. This is what he came up with. We loved it.
Yeah,
I thought he did a great job.
Yeah.
I love the house. I love it's
Oh, no.
classic haunted house. But she's great.
Oh, yeah.
She's insanely cool.
She won't get you.
Uh-huh.
I like it. Let her.
Okay.
I'm in it. Let's go. What?
I love Arwen Necker stuff.
All right. This is. Oh, boy, did I not show the artist?
Arwen Necker. That's what we said.
Arwen Network. Okay, good. Sorry, I thought I missed not showing it. Card number 15.
You're all good.
All good. Here we go.
This should be
This-
the Mad Scientist.
Oh,
This
that's
monster,
so
yeah.
sick. Mad Scientist Monster.
Yeah.
Yep.
He created
That's so
something
cool.
creepy.
I love that he went outside the box with this and just,
Me
you know,
too.
I'm going to throw all these arms on it. And it's almost like a Spider-Man villain I can see, you know.
Yeah.
I love the hydraulics for the arms. I love the test tubes.
You don't want to meet
This-
that thing ever.
No, you don't want to be trapped with that thing anywhere. No, not a good day for anybody who stumbles across that guy.
Oh, gee.
This one's really fun.
I love the little goblin demon thing at the end, the MP demon.
Yeah. Kind of peeking out of the reflection.
So good. I love how fun yet menacing this piece is, and of course, it's smartly tired as devil.
Kind of like anime style.
I love it. Yeah, very anime style.
Something like you would see on like Castlevania type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Castlevania's a good series too.
Jamie Joslin did that one.
Amy Jocelyn.
Jamie
Perfect.
Johnson.
Jamie Jocelyn.
Oh, Lauren
Oh,
Bobbitt.
the zombies. Yep.
It's Lauren Bobbitt's house because she has her mailbox.
Yeah.
I know. What an intelligent place to put the
I hope
snake.
that's not her
Okay.
in heaven.
Oh no, she needs to work on her stuff some more.
Some self-care. Self-care would be important
Yeah,
there.
no time for zombieing.
No. It's actually a really good zombie. Really good zombie. Card number 18.
Zombies.
Zombies. All right, our second 9 page is complete. Let's take a look. It's always good to look at a 9 page and how it's
Yeah,
complete.
you're right. It does look good in the middle.
It does look good in the middle. I thought it was very well placed. I like it.
Nice.
I think all of us who collect cards always try to, especially with sketch cards, I always try to place them in a way where no one's looking at each other and all this stuff.
Yep.
And this looks really good.
You're right.
Like this card's always going to be on the border. Just this great border along.
That is awesome.
So we got that page done. Let's keep going. It is a great card set, and it's has a lot of story to it. So we are on card number 19.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love this one a lot, actually.
That's got a Castlevania feel to it, and I'm a big Castlevania buff. That's nice. I love that.
I love the skulls in the foreground. I love the dress, and she has a great look on her too. Really strong look.
Beautiful, yeah. We loved it.
Yeah,
it's a great piece.
Elegance about her, but yeah, it's
Vampire's Bride. Seagra. That's actually really cool. All right, you guys know who these artists are?
Oh yeah, Nick and Matt Lee.
Yep. If you haven't been watching OCD Marvel Sketch Cards channel, we just saw 2 sketch cards by each one of the brothers, so kind of separated, which was really fun. And that was the last video I just did with Fuller, and just nailed it with those examples because you just don't see it often. But I love this jack-o'-lantern monster. So cool. Great job. I love the decaying pumpkin in the front.
Yeah, poor guy.
That's poor. That was the guy who lost the job.
That's exactly. How'd you get in that photo?
How'd you get in that photo?
That's what my front porch looks like right now because I keep forgetting to get rid of the pumpkin. It just gets sadder and sadder every day.
Okay, so that was amazing. So I think that was the last card, right?
Yes.
Okay.
There's like a pearl chase.
No, there should be a sketch card. There should be a pearl chase in there.
Okay, so
Random
my first pearl card that I got was Hag Witch, which I'm absolutely in love with. So if you notice the pearl, it has this beautiful shimmering texture on it, and it's actually quite lovely and peaceful. And it's very cool. It's a very cool kind of effect. Not doing any justice on here in this video, but
it's really nice on the feet.
They look so good in hand. They're amazing.
It's amazing. It's really beautiful, and it brings a lot of dimension to a card. And hopefully you can see some of that there. But she's really beautiful on here. I love the crow up there. I think it's beautiful. Hag Witch, and it's done by Nubia.
Nubia Santos, yep.
And if you look, the background has changed now, which is amazing. So it's a little menacing trick-or-treater in a graveyard as the monsters come up at night. And it's so cool to have a different back for an insert. I just think that's so great. I love that. And even the back has the same pearl texture too. So it continues on the back there. It's really nice. So I got PC3. So now I'll have to try to collect it all. Oh, yes. Okay. So this one's a pearl chase number 4, and it's the goblins.
Oh, there you go.
And I love the party.
Oh man, I love that.
They're having the time of their life.
Yeah.
I want to go to that party. Very dark crystal kind of vibes here. And I love it.
Or David Bowie might be there a little bit. Some labyrinth in there.
Jennifer Colley trying to get out. I love it. Look at the plate of deliciousness. Yum, 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 yum. I think that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Oh. All right, so I got a metal card.
Which one did you get? I forgot what you get.
I'm actually really happy I got this one because this I might have to trade for a sketch card in the future because it's like from one of my older sets, but I'm gonna try to find a sketch card of this artist because I thought they were awesome.
Oh, Nikki.
Wow.
Panganaban.
Yeah. Nikki Panganaban.
Yep.
That looks amazing.
It's so cool. The sketch cards are insane. This is great art for the set. It's just awesome. And it's a metal card. So like the metallurgies. So if you're collecting marble. Halloween 5, Trick or Treat metal case. I love that you put Trick or Treat on there. And the skull there. So cool, guys. Who drew that?
Me.
You did well. That's awesome. The wormies coming out of there and everything.
Panganaban.
That's sick. And putting horns on it was an awesome choice.
I
Little
tried.
demon's pool.
Nice.
That's really cool. So I get to add that to my metal thing. I got to get some penny sleeves. You're going to be next to do your set. And we'll just do the sketch cards and inserts. Is that cool with you? All right,
Yeah,
cool. So I
absolutely.
feel like we kept so many people on here already.
I have to say.
All right, so here's a sketch card that I got, which
Oh, wow.
hell
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
I love this card.
Yeah, Newton Barbosa, my goodness.
Jesus.
Oh, she's beautiful.
So, Norm, what are your two favorite things about it?
The pumpkin and her hair. The pumpkin and her hair. Really beautiful. Really great.
She's got such a big heart.
Yeah, good selection. Good selection.
I wish I wasn't a man, but I am a man. So it's just I am a man. But
You are
Dude.
forgiven, my friend. You are forgiven.
I actually really love the pose and I love the colors. So that backdrop with her there, that hollowed foresty kind of long moonlight in the background,
Yeah.
such a good decision there. And the pumpkin in the foreground there, that's so creepy and perfect. It's definitely one of my favorite
Everybody
ones.
loves it.
Nathan asked,
So many
there's a pumpkin
comments.
on there?
There's a pumpkin on there.
She has a hat on? I didn't even notice. That's so
Yes,
weird. How did
Or
that
under
happen?
the hat.
That's a witch?
That's a witch? How did that happen? All right, let's do this. Thank you all for indulging me. I just wanted to go through the set because there's so much good art on here, and I didn't
Oh, I
want to
appreciate
forget.
I appreciate
I'm hiding
that.
behind
I appreciate that.
All right, buddy. Whenever you're ready, no rush.
Give me a second. I'm gonna go to card cam real quick. Let's see.
See, that's a professional. You see, I'm slacking over here, but
Well, and
that's
I'm
a
running off of
professional.
my phone and a $20 tripod. So I have 3 teenage boys, and 2 of them graduate this year. And once 2 of them graduate, I should get that bedroom.
Oh.
So I'll be able to set up
Thank you.
a desktop computer and all that. And try
That's
to
really
do it
cool.
a little more professional. Oh, you don't want to
The cards have your
There's my
skull.
kitchen.
I love it.
They sent me a stove.
It's funny. I was in a stream and somebody else told me, "Hey, oh, your kitchen looks just like my kitchen. I think I have the same stuff."
Start a little subculture
All right.
there, a little community of kitchen people who have the same kitchens.
Right.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Let me adjust this a little bit.
How many sets?
Okay.
You got
So I'm gonna say what Fausto said, but in a little bit shorter order because he pretty much nailed it on all these cards. I really love this set. The artwork is amazing. I would love to be able to afford some of the original pieces, but I don't think my wife would like me too much if I drained our bank accounts and maxed out our credit cards. So we'll go. I have not. No, she's actually at the gym, but she may be watching in the background. So I
She's
have
not
to
doing a
watch-
good job at the gym.
I have to watch what I say. All right. So, and she is going to OAX, though,
Ooh.
so she's excited for that. We've never flown. We've never taken a train. We've never been out of Washington, really. So we're flying clear across the country. I surprised her with VIP OAX tickets, and just working on the last detail, the airline flights, which has been kind of a predicament. Prices fluctuate a lot.
Yes.
we're hoping to try to get a decent deal on.
Dude,
flights.
Delta flying from Washington to Orlando is like $400 a person round trip.
I know it's
actually
well.
not-
So the first day I looked, it was literally 200 and I think it was 277 round trip per person. But I went to go check out and put in my credit card number, and it said "oops" at the top of the screen, and I was rather frustrated.
No.
So there's the
Something
first
we can
pearl.
That's one of my favorite pieces I've seen so far. I love that. It's so
That is
beautifully
beautiful.
haunting.
The pearl looks so amazing on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Athena Poda. She's amazing.
I love her hand underneath the moon there. That's so perfectly done.
Yep.
Ghost. Oh,
Full face one.
that'd be a cool collection. So they're consistent throughout all the sets, right? All the different kind of types of monsters, ghouls, Halloween people. Usually it's pretty consistent because you have a ghost.
It's pretty much the same. Do your
Oh,
Different themes.
That's got the Vampirella / Lady Death feel to it right there.
holy crap, that's cool. I
Yeah,
love the
that's-
gargoyle too, man. Shit.
Wow.
Do you like her?
That's
show?
amazing. That's a pro card, right? Wow, it is a
Yeah.
pro
Yep.
card.
And like you
Jealous.
said, the backs are
Oh,
they also have
look
the
at
same
this.
texture, the pearl texture, and that's just amazing. See, Upper Deck should have taken some note of this. Succubus.
Oh, is that a sketch? Whoa, it is.
Is it a
That's
sketch? Oh, I'm
it's a
looking through my
sketch.
camera.
It is.
Whoa.
It is.
Omar
Okay.
Bowler.
Wow.
That's good stuff. Holy crap, that's cool.
Dang.
Great color.
Wow, look at her look. That's a good look.
Yeah, we were
The
happy to have
souls.
Omar back on our sets.
Actually, first time on
Oh, is it the first time?
First time.
We were happy to have him on our set for the first time.
Don't listen to
That will
Donnie.
be edited out. That's really great. Yeah, Donnie says it looks like
Is that-
purgatory.
Is it writing on the stick? I'm not trying to focus on what some others made. Anyways.
Yes, it says limited time only. Buy one, get one free.
Man, that is a
All right.
phenomenal piece. Thank you, Blake. Yeah, that's an insane piece. I had no idea it was a sketch card either, Donnie. I was like, is that a base? That's sick.
When I was looking through my camera, my phone, just because it helps me focus, and then you called that out, and I had no idea it was actually a sketch.
That's
cool.
amazing.
I like that.
All right, here we go. I'm excited
Go.
for you, man. Okay, awesome.
That
I just think
was
it's a
your,
lovely piece.
That was your first pearl, right?
That's my first pearl. Yeah. Love that green cloak. That looks so good. That's sick. Hey.
That was part of it.
How many cards are in the pearl
Awesome.
set?
I'm so
Four.
excited I got this one.
Ah, so good. Okay, so you got a full set of pearls then.
Yes, when somebody orders 2 sets, sometimes we add the extra pearls in to make sure they get all of them.
I'm totally against that.
Is
But I do it.
that is
You guys want
awesome. What do you
That is
mean?
awesome.
And then I don't have to try to source them out. So
I say hunt them down, kill them.
I really like the goblins because playing Magic the Gathering, I got a couple of goblin decks and I adore them. I think
Nice.
they're-
That's
everybody else hates them because you
It's like,
got a bunch of 1/1s on the battlefield fighting each other.
Oh,
And I got a metal card.
Yeah.
That's
Wow,
sick.
that
Day
is
of the Dead. Beautiful.
So beautiful in hand. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
I think you're right. Hi, baby.
Wow.
Hi, beautiful
Wow.
girl. Come here.
That looks really good. Day of the Dead. Wow.
Danielle Ellison. Yep.
Man, that's beautiful.
That's amazing.
All right.
Sick.
My last card in the set.
Oh, Frank Kadar.
Damn,
That's insanely cool.
Very cool.
So it's a sketch.
that's wild.
That's Frank Kadar, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Come on, focus, please. Focus. Gosh, there we go.
Yep.
So who is the artist?
Frank Kadar.
I didn't know he was still around doing art.
Oh, yeah,
He's doing it for us, man. So I'm
Nice.
not complaining.
He also does a lot of comic cover art.
Yes.
He'll get
Yeah, he does.
sketchbooks and he'll do a lot of those and puts a lot of it on Facebook if you follow him.
His written out sketches are just pieces to behold.
I love it. His color's always dark, vibrant. It's really, really good. I love his stuff.
Very cool.
You did great, man.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. My wife just got back from working out too, and she doesn't know, but she's got one of these sets. Sonia,
Yeah.
one of these sets is for you. And we got
No.
Tony, Elaine, Fuller, and Fausto on here. Okay, hold on. Let me switch my camera back.
Again with the kitchen.
I'm hiding.
Again with a beautiful kitchen. It's a gorgeous
It's an
kitchen.
OAX preview here, right?
That's what it is. Oh man, that's insanely cool. That was awesome. Wow.
As long as the collectors are happy, that makes us happy.
Hope you like them.
So,
I think they're pretty.
Sonia, say hi.
Hello, Sonia. How are you, Sonia? Did you sleep well?
No family.
Hey.
All right, Evelyn. She's my little video bomber. She's bombed so many videos in the background. All
It's
right.
adorable.
That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, dude. Great set, man. I love it, dude. That was
Yeah.
so awesome. That was great.
Yeah.
Are you happy with your sketches, man? Because they look amazing.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to put all this in the binder. I got my binder here, but apparently I'm a little shy on pages, so I'm gonna have to go get my extra box of pages.
It happens. It happens. Boo. All right, let me go through the rest of mine.
Yeah.
And I know we've been on for 2 hours. We're just gonna go ahead, go through these, and then I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of your evenings. So I'm gonna go through my next set. Go down to last card before insert and then sketch. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, yes. Okay, cool. So I was a little worried I was going to get one of these because definitely one of my favorites in the set so far is this beautiful pearl. That's just insanely cool. So we just saw that. And then the sketch, I believe.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think I know.
Okay. Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
The legend himself.
No freaking way.
I think that's by Tony.
Influencer box.
Right?
I think
More like influenza box.
some artist behind. Tony?
I'm sorry.
Silver,
Pat.
Silver Surfer Werewolf right there. Fausto, poor bastard, met his end right there. Came back from the dead. That's
awesome.
amazing. Look at that piece.
Saying, where's my surfer cards? Where's my
I don't blame
surfer
him.
cards? I'll get you
Man,
all.
that's a really great one, Tony. Shit.
I'm happy you like it.
What dark perverted thing do you put in here that I haven't spotted yet? I don't trust you at all. You sick,
Right.
demented man.
Just
You
be
look,
honest.
everybody who's here who knows Tony was like, I know, right? I'm really scared what's in that sketch card. What's bedded deep inside?
You need a
You-
magnifying
you-
Yeah,
You're
grab a
worse.
magnifying glass and take an hour aside.
You're worse than a Disney Easter egg. That's how bad you
Yes.
are.
Oh,
That's
those
what it is.
Easter eggs are bad.
Well, this is awesome. This is officially the coolest thing in the world. I'm gonna put this right in the middle of my page. Damn, that's awesome. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. Okay, well, that's very generous.
Rigged. Everybody's rigged.
Rigged. Totally rigged. I'm sorry. That was rigged. I'm a terrible person. I'm giving away one of my decks so people can have a deck. We'll do that before we leave. I'll put it in a box, ship it out to you, and I'll send one over so someone can have a deck. If I get a double of an insert, I'll put it in there. But
Yeah, you're not getting
okay. But here, let's see this one. This is my last and final deck. Let's go here. There we go. So let's see the pearl. Yes. Okay, cool. So I was able to get a complete set because Elaine is a gem. She's wonderful. So
I
kind
have
to
to talk
me.
with her.
I just love how the blue shines the white in the pearl. Too.
Yeah.
It looks very ethereal. I love it.
Well, so I'm a huge fan of Ghosts as well. So witches, werewolves, and ghosts. So this is really cool to see
Oh, okay.
Well, what about a ghost werewolf that practices witchcraft?
this. I was about to say something really gross. You know what? This is your fault. I stay on here too long.
You know what?
and
You
you
looked
bring this
down,
out
and
of
I
me.
knew you were going to say
I know. I was
something.
gonna say. I was like, yeah,
Don't do that.
I
Don't do
can't
it.
say- I'm being lifted. Something happened here. No. So let's see the next card. I can't take you guys anywhere. All right. Let's see the sketch. No.
Lindsay.
No way.
I'm glad you
Oh,
like
that is
those.
cool.
That's Lindsay Grayling again.
Wow.
Whoa.
Love the border too.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Her cards were amazing.
that is
It was-
amazing.
I just love
Yeah,
the
she
big
did a
eyes.
border on all her cards for our set, and she did that cutesy little style. We were in love with it. We're like, oh my god,
I'm obsessed with
adorable.
this. I am obsessed with this. This is amazing.
I'm sorry, it's a chic ghost.
I love it. It's an awesome ghost. I love this piece. Wow.
Eyes. I love the swirlies around it. It's powering up.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, woo, trying to scare you. He's like, so cute. Woo.
I think awesome.
Oh, can I take you home?
You know what's going to happen? Emily's going to look at this. She goes, okay, that's you. Because she's going to be like, that's 100% how you are. And I was like, oh, that's really sweet. But I know she's going to do that. She'll be like, that is like the perfect thing for you. Because I carried around my state puff forever when I was a little kid. So she's seen those pictures. So she always thinks, I really love this piece. This is beautiful.
I love the little Funkos of them. The little staples.
I love the shapes. I love the characters. I think it's really cute. And I've seen her work, so I'm actually really excited about it. She did a lot of really great pieces in the set,
She
sketch
did.
card wise.
She really did.
And it's
I think all the artists knocked out of the park for this one.
oh,
and,
I think 100% you're right.
and I mean, like we
Absolutely.
couldn't be more pleased than what they did for us. So
There's a great texture on there and everything. Well, I'm freaking ecstatic. So yeah, that's
So Tony,
okay.
for the sketches, what's your sort of range for how many sketches people do? I assume they vary.
most is 20.
What's the least?
For this set,
The least
Did anyone do
a
just
person
one?
do 3.
three.
Three's the least. Okay.
Yeah.
For this, I invited artists to do 10 or 15 each. But we had a few artists that wanted to only do 3 or 5. So I really wanted them on the set. So yeah, they're really short packs.
Yeah. We make certain exceptions for certain artists because of their schedule. We would love for everybody to do a higher number, and for us, the higher number is like 10 to 15. But we understand. I'm not going to force it on them, and if they do those 3 cards and they're still kicking ass with those 3 cards, more power to them.
I'm going to create a giveaway and I'm blanking on how to do it. Matt, how do you do this again, man? Why am I
What's it called? Let me type it in.
Thank you for
StreamYard.
letting me join.
StreamYard.com/giveaway.
Oh, there you go. Give
away,
it to
everybody.
her. Please, I'm gonna
There she ran. There she goes.
don't
Bye,
thank
Elaine.
you. Thank you. You guys rule.
Poor girl.
Okay.
Tony, was
So-
Juan on this one? Juan Mendez? Was he on this
Yes.
one?
Yes.
I love his work.
Yes. See, if you join our Facebook group, the Perna Studios,
I am in there, yeah.
well, then you
Yeah,
should.
Matt's in there.
Yeah, you could definitely check, or even our Deviant Perna Studios at Deviant Art.
It's actually really great. That's how you see all the cards from the past sets.
I'll
Actually,
send
so
you
if
the
you-
link, and you can see.
Deviant Art. Oh my god, would you log in with your AOL? What?
No,
Oh,
I
that's
log in with
so
like,
messy.
I log in with the pigeon.
Are they still? I didn't know they were still active.
Yeah, they're still there.
With my carrier pigeon.
We're
Hashtag
I
Perna.
missed the MySpace notification. Sorry.
Well, I'm sorry, but
Hashtag Perna, everybody.
people
Hashtag
with your
Perna.
fancy technology and your advancements and poo-poo on you all.
Oh no, did I not do this right?
Oh wow. Yeah, I just found one on eBay he did for the set. Oh my god, that's awesome. It's a little kid in a costume running away from a terrifying pumpkin. It's awesome.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Hashtag Perna, guys. I want to make sure everyone gets a chance. What I'm going to send you is a complete set, so you guys can get all 20 cards from the set in one go. I'll send that out to you guys, a full base set. I'm probably going to keep one, whoever needs one, if Matt or Hermit wants one, because Hermit mentioned something, but if Matt needs it as well, we'll take care of that.
I did.
So I have that there.
Somehow I'm logged in as you. That's interesting.
As me?
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Something about the link you gave me.
Huh. Strange. Strange there. How that happens. Taking my identity
Great.
and all.
I want to see if I'm logged in as Foster.
Everybody might be logged in as me right now.
I'm going to have fun with it.
Oh, come on.
I'm logged in as me.
Great.
I knew
Guys,
you did.
I like big bucks and I cannot lie.
I
Well,
knew
if
you
you-
did.
You haven't been looking at the sketch cards if you think I like big butts,
Oh.
okay? I don't know. It's your problem. But we have 8 people. Let's give it another minute or so. I would like to give one of these away to some people. I know we went on a little bit long. I make this video its own video.
It's
So
free,
people can
people.
watch. It's free. It's free. But
It's free.
I got some cards to
It's
play
a-
with, man. It's cool.
It's a good way to spend a Friday night too. So everybody's
so much
winding
fun.
down for the week. Some of us had rough weeks. Some of us didn't. Some of us just needed this.
I definitely needed this. This is very nice. Very, very nice. These pumpkins and gargoyle. See, Nathan follows the line of thinking here. If you are international, I will have to ask for shipping or part shipping. But if you're here near me, you got it free, so don't worry about that. But
So you hate foreigners, is what you're saying.
I don't hate for foreigners. I love foreigners up to like $8.
Oh,
So
okay.
it goes from $9 to $15, $20. I just, for some reason, I start forgetting they exist. I'm like, who's a foreigner? What's this? This is
Do
weird.
you like cards? Are you a
Do you
name
like
foreigner?
cards?
Not back-
Call 1-800 now.
I sent a package not too long ago to northern Canada, and I swear it was almost $30 for a tiny little package. I could not believe it,
That's
and it was
insane.
it was a gift too. So it was even harder for me to But I mean, it is a gift. So
And it's a gift. I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it so much, but it is just really funny. Send 20 self-stamped envelopes. That's not a bad idea. You're not far off. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 12 people. I think they're all here. We got 13. Thank you. Good. All right, I'm gonna run it. So if you want this, hurry up and put it. Let's go. 12 people and hit it. Let's see what we got. I put myself in there as a test, but obviously I'm not gonna get my own card set. So
Trey!
Of course it's Dre. Dre.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Dre.
I'm gonna cover your international, Dre. I'm not gonna make you
I
pay
was
for
just thinking the same thing. Like, he was just talking about
it. I
how
was
he's
just
got
talking all that shit.
I was gonna say
send those envelopes, send those stamps.
it'd be cheaper for me to send it to him.
I knew this would happen. Dre, send me your
so
address. I knew Dre. I knew it. I could feel it. I could feel Dre getting away with this. Congrats, Dre. I'm actually
You're
happy.
Dre.
I'll send you
That's
some
so
other
awesome.
thing. I'll send you some other things too. Some extra things I got here for fun. So you have some cards on you. But
He likes-
I put
he
that
likes
off to the
dirty
side.
underwear. Send him some dirty underwear.
I've already done that. That's the restraining order. So I gotta lean back a little bit. You know what I mean?
Hence how he won the rig drawing. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Thank you all so much. Let me get this off the screen here real quick. Just a little bit catch
Thank
up.
you for hosting this, Nora.
Dude.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for everything you do. You make, it's funny. This video is called "When Can We Get Back to Collecting," and this kind of did it. I'm kind of really glad the video ended on this, because this is kind of what I was missing, and what I've been feeling a little bit lately is having this kind of fun where I feel like I'm seeing other people open packs together, and like we're hanging out, and I don't know, it just feels great.
I love that. I love that when I first started getting into the streaming. I mean, it was so fun watching people, opening stuff up, and I need that. Okay, I'll send it to you, and we'll switch you in this. And now that's kind of disappeared in the last month or so, or 2 months, and it's nice to get back to it and say, yeah, you know what? It's the fun. This is what it's all about. It's enjoying it, sharing it with your buddies.
It's awesome.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Continue doing more of this. We gotta get more trade nights. You're always welcome to come on here. I'm so glad you came on Sketchcard. Thank you so much, Clayus. I appreciate you, man. It's just so glad. I'm so glad you're here, man. This is so awesome to see you open your packs, and I'm glad we got to share that, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, Jeremiah's a very nice man.
The best. So cool, dude. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate the honor, and this was a lot of fun. This is exactly what I needed. I totally agree with you. We need to bring people together, and as the season changes and people start to huddle up more inside their homes, I think we should see a lot more,
kind of getting back to it. Yeah. I love that. I think that's 100%.
It's a nice change in pace,
I think we'll do that. I think I'll have some more lives where it's just little round table, opening cards, trading cards, just hanging out, just a little talk. You know what I mean? I think it'd be fun.
That's the best.
That's the best. We'll do that. Fuller, thank you for jumping on, man. I'm so glad you were able to.
Are you growing a beard?
He's trying.
I said, Fuller, you growing a beard?
He's getting there.
I wanted to show you guys how bad it is.
It looks pretty good. I'll accept that.
It doesn't look bad from.
It's all gray.
No. It's okay. You're working on it. I believe in you.
You know what? It's all under gray here too. I get it from my kids, my wife, my coworkers.
Got like big white streaks on the side here. You just can't see them because
you guys look distinguished. I look like I fell down in ash or something like that. It hasn't happened yet. No wild motherfuckers running around.
Did you say you fell down on ash or fell out of an ash?
No, onto ashes. I'm sorry. No, ash. Right. Not in ash's lap. That'd be weird.
Oh,
that's not what I said.
You see, this is what happens when Perna gets on here.
Right,
I try to keep it PG.
Instigator.
I'm sorry.
He knows how much of a foul mouth I have and how much I'm never well behaved, and he brings it out on me late night on these streams. 2 hours in, and I start saying the most randomest shit. I just concern for anything.
You wait till OAX, man.
That's going to be a mess.
I'm excited.
We're all going to have the cops called on us. Like, it's going to be, if you guys are not going to OAX, you should come. It's going to be, I love her. It's like, and I'm just going to vanish to Canada. It's okay. I have no repercussions here in America. Screw you guys. I'm safe.
We have a food time. We'll feed you.
Thank you, Forest Moon. Thank you, Dre. Amazing. I love it. I love all of this.
Is Fuller gone?
Going, Matt? Fuller's going. Fuller's the main.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got to run the villa. Somebody's got to do it.
He's a staple. He's a staple there. We're gonna have a good time, man. This could be a lot of fun to be had.
That's my chaperone for the event.
That's gonna have to keep everybody in line. That's really what's gonna happen. If Perna doesn't have a muzzle on him by the end of this, we did it wrong at this point. All right, guys. I love you. Gotta catch you first. Perna's gonna be spry and running around. Like, get Perna! That's gonna be like a game we play in the backyard. All right, everybody, you're lovely. We're getting silly. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for coming out. Thank you, Dre. Send me your address. I'll get you a giveaway. Perna Studios. If you don't know it, check them out on Facebook. It's an amazing set. I'll make this a smaller video so you can.
DeviantArt.
And thank you. And DeviantArt, which is still really as popular as it was back.
Apparently, people don't know it's still around.
It still exists. It's there. It doesn't have a website counter anymore. They just got a gallery. So hope you enjoy it and talk soon. Bye, everybody.
Nyan Cat.